radio appearance the next day.
I wonder if any of them have thought to grab their phone and try to get video of this stuff.
I don't know. I just think it'd be funny to wake up and have a ghost whisper in your ear, "Hey, get off my bell."
I like to see one because I don't believe in those things, aliens and spirits. I would like to see one.
Well, it is possible that there are things out there that we don't understand. I mean, you could turn the clock back a couple hundred years. There's lots of things that those people don't understand that we do now.
Right. I believe in aliens a lot more than I believe in ghosts, but I'm not ruling out either for sure.
I'd love to fly on the wall in a spaceship after a mission to Earth. Be like, man, these humans suck. Not even waste our time with these guys.
Well, I think...
What is that, because of Bailey's?
They tried to watch a Cardinal game.
I think they probably do it like we do, which is they don't put people in their spaceships. We don't when we're sending them a long way away. We send unmanned crafts to Mars and to take pictures of...
Yeah, but how are you going to probe
there's
somebody
nobody
when
in
you're
there.
not there?
Milt Thompson, remember him, though? He was with the Cardinals.
Sure.
He used to grab himself a lot. Not as much as Terry Pendleton, but...
No, he was a good player. Very nice guy. He was a go-to interview back in the day.
And then he won a World Series or a pennant with the Phillies. Am I right on that? Is my nurse? And he was probably on the field when Joe Carter went yard in Toronto. Am I right on that?
Very well.
Well, he's in the YouTube chat right now. And he says, when your body dies, energy has to go somewhere. Not sure why some think it's so hard to believe. So Milt Thompson is watching the show, and he's...
energy has to go somewhere.
Right.
Well, then if humans have energy, all animals must have energy.
So there are gerbils all around us right now.
I guess.
Wouldn't that be funny if your energy turned into a gerbil that went into your spouse?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Plowsy.
Oh, just for a memory's sake.
Right.
Like when you see a cardinal, you're like, oh, Grandma's watching.
So like when someone
you
says...
hear like a scratching gerbil, it's like, oh, honey, thank you.
That's like, so when they say someone's always with you, they're really just a gerbil inside you.
That's correct. You hear a lot of people...
It'd be so funny if there was a song about that. I don't even know what the chorus would be. But
It'd be a bad beat if you came back as a gerbil and you got to spend the rest of your life in somebody's ass.
Oh!
I don't know. It'd be cozy, and I think it's your loved one.
This is a very serious topic.
It's your loved one, too.
There's lots of people who have reported having a near-death experience, and they talk about being able to look down on their body and see doctors working on them. It's not just one or two people. There have been a lot of people who have had experiences like that.
Yeah, but a lot of people have also said that, when they had the near-death experience or actually died at the table, there was nothing. And they got revived, and they just said they didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So there's stories on both sides. I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Aliens are
legit. Not to say that everyone's going to have the same experience. Have any of you guys ever had a near-death experience?
I did in Bermuda.
All right. Ottawa Simmons?
No, I was snorkeling. I got caught in like a undertow between three big rocks, and I couldn't get out of it.
Oh, boy.
I thought I was dead. And
How long were you under there?
I fought it for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes without air?
No, you can breathe, but it keeps bringing you back, and you're going banging against rocks like a pinball machine, and you keep trying to fight it, and you can get up and grasp for air, then you go down again. But I just remembered after, just being so exhausted, I just said, just let it go. And I did. Instead of fighting it, I let it go, and it took me to a rock, and I just grabbed onto the top of the rock and pulled myself up finally. But I thought I was dead. I didn't think I was going to get out of it.
So you would get pulled out to sea, like that would be.
Well, I kept getting pulled against these rocks because I was like snorkeling in this like hole around these rocks. There's a reef there, and I kept snorkeling there.
So would the cause of death have been hitting the rock?
I'd have probably been drowning.
Yeah, that'd be a tough way to go. Good on drowning.
You just had one, not a drowning experience. That'd be tough. That would be tough.
Guys, one of the things that Tim didn't include in that story on Michael Young is he left the Bailey's Sports app running when he went to bed. It's from Dave in St. Peter's.
Well, I was thinking that when the guy said there was static playing on his iPod, I was wondering if he was trying to stream the game.
I am surprised if this hotel is such a problem for players, why they continue to stay there. If guys aren't getting a good rest at night, aren't sleeping, if they're worried about it, why don't you just go to a different hotel? It can't be the only nice hotel in Milwaukee.
Hashtag rates, Doug. I bet you they get a premier rate because they use them all the time.
Well, they've been using that hotel. Teams have been using that hotel forever.
I know they have, but if it's such a problem, I'm sure there's another hotel that would give a Major League Baseball team a break on the price.
It is listed as the nicest hotel in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it must be 4 or 5 star if they keep going there, because that's where they stay, these guys.
I don't want to be that guy, but they fly in on a private jet. So if you have a problem, just sleep on the private jet.
No, they fly on. They're like, it's just them, but it's not like a
Charters.
It's a charter.
Yeah, but it's a team plane. So it can be a private jet because it's your private.
I don't think every team has a private jet.
Yeah, I don't think the team.
I think
not
the
a private-
Yankees.
I'm sure-
I think the Yankees are one of the only teams with their own dedicated plane.
Remember the old days? It was Ozark Airline. Cardinals. Official charter of the Cardinals. Ozark Airlines.
They go to the back of Lambert Airport, and there's some charter services back there, charter companies. They can park there, and they all get on the plane. They get right on it whenever they're ready to go, and they take off whenever they're ready.
Like a private jet to me.
Well,
It is,
that's
but
a charter.
It's
A
not
private,
a dedicated
Private
plane.
would be if the DeWitts owned it.
Right.
No, I get the difference. I just think there are more teams that probably own their own plane. I think it'd be cheaper that way.
That must not be.
Not to fit a ball club.
Because then you got to have the pilots on salary and everything.
Jet fuel's expensive.
No, that'll get you. Yeah.
Bret Michaels is bringing Something is Calling Party Gras to St. Louis Friday, July 28th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, part of the Allegiant Airways concert series, featuring music from Bret Michaels, Night Ranger, Jefferson Starship, Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, and Steve Augeri, former lead singer of Journey. No, not the original guy, but not the current guy. The guy in between. That guy. Anyway, you could go to the show for free. Sign up now on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com.
Your favorite spirits like Hendrick's Gin and Monkey Shoulder Vatted Walt Whiskey are now available in premium, ready-to-serve cocktails thanks to Batch and Bottle. Try the Lazy Old Fashioned, Rhubarb Cosmo, Gin Martini, or Scotch Manhattan. Simply chill, pour, and garnish. Each bottle serves 4 to 5 cocktails, so grab a few for your next party and spend less time in the kitchen and more time in the conversation. Just look for the black bottle with the gold cap. That's Batch and Bottle Premium Ready-to-Serve Cocktails. Batch and Bottle Premium Pre-Batch Cocktails, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and right now, this is a unique time, and I'm here with Ryan Kelly. And Ryan, what can you tell our listeners about this moment in American history?
Well, it's the perfect time to buy a house.
Yeah.
When you think about that, knowing that you can get a house significantly less today than a year ago, I mean, that's a win-win, right? And mortgage rates are definitely a little higher than they were a year ago. But at thehomeloanexpert.com, we have a saying: you marry the house, you date the rate. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Let's talk. It all starts today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
This is Tim McKernan for Sound Story. If you are looking for a last-second gift that would mean the world to your family and be incredibly quick and easy to purchase, it's available now at mysoundstory.com. Sound Story gift cards are 20% off this week when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving, and it's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. And with the holidays just days away now, you are able to get something incredibly special for all of your family by simply going online. Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive the special holiday discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you'll be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story, promo code GIFT for 20% off at mysoundstory.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, the Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07, give or take 3 minutes in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2, the Potted Plant. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Sullivan Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Plowhawk, Action Jackson with you on the program. It's the Michelob Ultra Studios, Munganast, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. And Doug, so much to get to. I don't know if 3 hours will be enough because this is the final show of 2022, and what an extravaganza we have for you.
Well, you go ahead and get to it because I'm not going to go there with you.
What?
I'm not going to be much good to you after the Billiken laws.
Billikens, rah,
I'm just
rah,
supposed
rah.
to pick
Billikens,
myself up by the
Billikens.
bootstraps and continue?
Billikens, rah, rah, rah.
Maybe you guys can.
Why would that bother you?
Uh-oh.
Well, because it was a big upset. This Billiken club was supposed to be an NCAA
Well,
tournament
it's
team.
supposed to be that every year.
Uh-oh.
Well, I kind of liked the club going into the campaign.
A lot of people did, and they liked it last year, too, and they liked it the year before that, and great recruiting. And
Oh, I don't suppose you root for them to lose also.
no, I do.
eh?
I love the Billikens. I love Travis Ford. But they are what they are. He's a serviceable coach that doesn't cause any waves, gets along with his players. University likes him. Get to a tournament every 6 or 7 years. Get to a couple NITs. That's all they want.
So this loss last night didn't sting to you like it did to me?
No.
Oh,
All right. Well, sounds like Iggy will be fine.
I'll be fine, yeah.
yeah, no, I can't carry on.
You go ahead and mope over there.
It was a big night for the Ohio Valley Conference. See, Eastern Illinois beat Iowa
How about that?
in
Stunning.
the biggest upset in 30 years. They were 31-point underdogs.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that
Yeah,
part.
31-point underdogs. They were down 18-4 at the start of the game and came back to win at Iowa. Beat them by 9. So the third biggest upset in the last 30 years is Charleston Southern beating Mizzou. They were 26-point underdogs in 2019.
I think the Ohio
This
Valley,
is the
that's
biggest.
Western Illinois' conference there, the OVC.
Yeah, going on strong.
Going to get a lot of teams at his tournament after last night.
Well, I don't know.
One.
Next 36 hours, huge for Missouri fans. Of course, the headlines, the Wake Forest Gasparilla Bowl. But tonight, bragging rights, Doug. And I'll tell you something. You can get tickets, relatively speaking, pretty affordably. And I imagine the weather
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah, yeah.
a big reason for that.
Oh, I'm sure. There'd be a lot of people say, it's not worth fighting it.
Well, now, I saw Scott Connell. He works at KSTK. I've never heard this term, Doug, so tell me if you've ever heard it, because it seems
Okay.
like it might be something up your alley. He said the following. This is not a French toast storm.
Oh, come on, Connell.
Just a reminder that this is not a French toast
What does that
storm
mean?
from St. Louis. Okay, so I had never heard it either.
No.
That means you don't need to go out and get bread and milk and eggs.
That you make French toast with.
Yeah.
Don't
And
you
I'm
put
the one that,
nutmeg or cinnamon? Cinnamon?
cinnamon sugar.
Cinnamon, I would do, yes.
I'm the one that coined that phrase many, many years ago.
Oh, this was you.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Wow, now that Pepper and Genie's over,
God.
Plowhawk isn't even listening to it
Come
anymore.
on.
The takes are so darn hot. First, we hate the Billikens, and now you coined the French
I did it
toast.
on Twitter like 7 years ago.
You did.
Oh, man. Bucks won't.
Looks like we'll be looking for the audio
Go check
or the
if you want.
screenshot.
I said, what is it with, and anytime there's a storm, people I go to the Schnucks and there's no bread, no milk, no eggs. What is it, French toast you're making during the storm? I started that. It just caught on like wildfire.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get paid for it.
Well, I
Proper
didn't.
credit.
I didn't trademark it. I just thought it was a catchy little thing.
I got some from November 14th, 2018. Get the French toast party started, St. Louis. And it's a picture of a guy saying, just seen a snowflake.
And that's Iggy.
Yep, from at East Road.
Nice, Iggy. There you go. There's proof.
That was almost 5 years ago.
So this means it's not going to be a real bad storm?
That's what it means.
It doesn't seem like 2 to 4 inches. I mean, we get that every winter.
It's the
so-
cold and it's the hawk being up so much.
Yeah.
If you're planning on playing today, you're going to probably need to adjust by 4 or 5 clubs.
Golfing?
Yeah, I think I'm going
this
to try to
afternoon?
play 9.
You think there'll be anyone in St. Louis golf this afternoon?
Cletus, I'll give you $100 if somewhere on the fan page today he doesn't post. A little chilly. Only got in 6 today. He'll post that he was playing golf today.
Well,
And he probably will. It's not bad out there now. It's going to drop like 50 degrees the next 8 hours. But
yeah, I can usually deal with extreme cold or with a little bit of snow or with a little bit of wind. But if you put them together, then it's really miserable.
Yeah.
Holy moly, man. I just went to StubHub just to look at tickets. Doug, you can get to the building tonight for $8.
I don't
You're serious?
doubt it. I don't
Yeah.
doubt it.
yeah, Yeah, nobody's
Lower
going.
level, row H, section 103. That's center court, $126. What's wrong, Jackson? Sounds like you're experiencing climax.
I paid a lot of money for these tickets that are not nowhere near the center court.
You still going?
Of course. Well, the plan is now. It's so up in the air, like you can't.
Uh-oh, sounds like he's bailing.
Well, I'm not going to risk my life, but if everything, I mean, as long as it doesn't rain before the snow, I should be fine.
Black ice.
Yeah.
Well, they still could do something. I mean, El Monstero canceled their show tonight at the pageant.
Yeah, but I don't know when they can move it to. Saturday would be the only option, but that's Christmas Eve.
Basketball, they've said they are not moving it. They said
Yeah,
it's
Missouri and
gotta
Illinois
be on
already in
TV.
St. Louis.
Yeah, they'll play in front of 10 people if they have to,
Yeah.
but there'd be a lot of people who won't go.
Maybe I'll go to the bragging rights game.
See you there. Thunder won. Buy you a beer.
I saw that. I woke up this morning. Jackson and I did Pick 6 yesterday. Iggy has resigned from Pick 6.
Joe
Joe is
resigning
still
from a lot of things.
What else do you resign for? Oh, Pepper and Genie. This is a big resignation week for
Oh, I
Iggy.
guess so.
Anything else you'd like to announce a resignation from?
No, I want to devote my time to this show.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, well, that's big of you. Seeing
That's
as
what
how
I
it's the only
wanted
one
to
that
do,
pays
too.
you.
That's right. Good point.
You know, we don't get paid to do the podcast either. I feel like that's a sticking point with you.
You was learning this?
And you just spit donut all over the place.
Oh, flying
good.
Oh, there's a bunch of powdered sugar.
Yeah, you got white powdered donuts, a whole bag of them.
Like Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got going on, Plow? It looks like there's like 12 of them.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot
you
of
still, I didn't know you were in a laughing fit. I can't see around the monitor. What's
That-
going on over there?
Those can get caught in the back of your throat, and you can't
Heads
breathe for
up.
a while.
I'll give you mouth to
I
mouth.
just got all over my hat.
I'm sorry, Iggy. No, that awkward pause was really funny.
Yeah.
So Iggy, you're focusing on this show.
Yeah, 2023, I want to devote my time to this show. I can't take time out of Pick 6 and Pepper and Genie. I devote more time to this show.
How much time did you devote to Pepper and Genie? You sat here for 5 minutes after the show.
Still had to talk. Try to entertain people.
Okay.
Now somebody else can do it.
Now the focus is on this show.
Yes.
It hasn't necessarily been that way through 2022.
We'll always focus on the show, but I'm just spend more time focusing on the show.
All of your energy.
All of my energy will be put to the show.
Look at that.
Nice.
Okay.
Breaking news on that front. I can't keep track of everything.
You were talking about a beer at the thing, though, I think, weren't
A
you?
beer?
Or a vodka. What did Jackson
Beer
say
for
he's
the
going to be
Thunder
there?
game on Pick
Oh,
6.
yeah. So Pick 6. Thank you. Wow. Very nice. It is. Somebody has to track my ADD.
Well, I interrupted you, so I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. Jackson brought up his lock. Was this your lock?
Yeah. Yep.
And he loved it. And when it comes to the NBA, Doug, I'm going to follow this guy blindly.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I love the Thunder money line against the Blazers. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go throw a unit on the Thunder blindly.
Really?
I told Jackson, just text me, let me know how it went. I woke up this morning, wasn't even thinking about it, forgot the game was on, went to my account and saw it was a little bit bigger than it was when I went to bed. And I thought, I guess the Thunder must have won.
They sure
Here's
did.
Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what he is? He's been compared to Jimmy the Greek.
Has he?
What were they plus? 180?
Plus
Money
one-
line, baby. Plus 140.
140. Yeah.
Not that big of an underdog.
Now, why would you have liked the Thunder so much over the Blazers?
Well, I
You're
thought
opening up Pandora's box here.
I thought Dame wasn't going to play, and
Who?
he did.
Dane time.
Damian Lillard.
Okay.
And but SGA has been so hot for them.
Don't talk in acronyms.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
He's been red hot for he's like the third leading scorer this year, and
I can't even tell you what team he's on.
the Thunder. And he's just been red hot. So I thought, hey, they could win this ball game, and I liked them plus 140. I thought they should have been favored. So we ran with it, and we made some money.
Got me paid.
Okay.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has the longest last name on any jersey in the NBA this year. Yeah, it's longer than Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander, 2 long names.
Guess we got a lead for Balloon Party today.
Right,
yeah,
right.
we'll break that down for about 15 minutes.
Is there a hyphen in there?
Yeah, it's a hyphen.
You have a problem with guys hyphenating their names?
It's not really their choice.
I don't think much about it, really. I like Nate Hobgood-Chittick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he had a hyphen or not.
I think you did. 99 Rammies.
I mean, it's like a woman with a maiden name. That's what a hyphen's for.
Well, sometimes it's if you had 2 fathers. You know, you had a biological father and then a stepdad came in and adopted you. And
There's a lot of scenarios where you hyphenate.
I don't think anybody does it to be mean-spirited or look at me or anything.
Maybe I'll take my mom's last name too, maiden name. I'll be Kenny Woods hyphenated Strode.
Not
First of all,
bad.
you don't have a mom because you're not married, so your kids don't have that mom that you're dating. Simple as that.
Kenny Woodstrode.
Larry Thornton has a question. Iggy, if you're taking him in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox, does dedicate my time to this show mean getting back to the studio before the segment begins? That's Larry Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It does not. You're not that dedicated.
I'm
That you're actually going to be here for all of it.
I just have to go down an elevator or come up steps, go down steps, a floor. Breaks are only 2.5 minutes long. You do the math.
There you go, Doug.
Well, the rest of us have done the math, and so we don't go downstairs. We just stay close, and then we get back here in time, having done the math.
You guys knock a live spot out or two. Music's still playing sometimes when I come up.
And sometimes we're a few minutes into an interview, and you ask the same question that we'd ask when you weren't here.
Yep.
It's happened once or twice
Yeah.
in a year. That's not bad.
KG in O-Town, who has had a huge 24 hours. Doug, you won't believe what's going on with this guy.
What's going on?
First off, he's texting in Engineer Design Facilities text inbox and says, man, you could just hear the envy in Iggy's voice trying to downplay Jackson's NBA play that made Tim money. He is orange with envy. It's KG in O-Town.
Well, you people are delusional.
You're talking about a coworker right there.
Well, I didn't know he got a job yet.
I said you could be.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
when he does, it'll be different. But how am I envious that Tim won money? I'm sure Tim wins money all the time when he gambles.
You wish you had given
I
him
very
the tip.
rarely gamble unless it's NFL or college football. I don't bet NBA. I couldn't name 3 players in the NBA. No.
Do you look down upon people who bet on the NBA?
No. You do what you want to do.
Just you look down on people with hyphenated last names.
I just don't understand it for guys. But I don't get I'm envious of Tim because he made money in an NBA game. Think he's envious of me when I rake in $8 on a DraftKings golf
I think
thing?
we all are, yeah.
Tim, are you envious?
It's a free lunch.
41.
2-41. Jackson says he's nipping at my heels, Doug, in pick 6.
Is
He
he
got a win
really?
last night.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Didn't somebody take the Billikens minus like 14
Yeah.
or 16?
Just a story of the year, Gangster Pete.
Oh, Gangster Pete. He's been mathematically eliminated.
Big time, yeah. And that was his lock, too, was the Billikens.
I'd have probably taken SIUE money line.
Why?
You say that now.
Well, I would have looked for anything to get me plus 1,000 on every bet.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. I thought just like you made that play because you like the Cougars this season.
I played, I think a couple weeks ago, I played East Virginia State or something, the money line against Davidson plus 900.
Yeah, it was like
Nice, the Sibians.
Yeah,
it was like South North Carolina.
yeah, they lost. They only lost by 8.
The refurbished Sibians. Hey, just a disclaimer here for the audience, because I know sometimes, Doug, the audience is critical of the show.
Yeah, usually.
The situation is today is our last show for 2022, and so we will have a larger number of commercials today than normal. I'd like to think that there is this is a good situation because not too many shows in radio go an hour and a half without commercial breaks. But today, one day only, for a company we have thoroughly enjoyed working for the last almost year, we have a set of unique circumstances, and so we have a larger number of commercials. And if you could today, maybe in the holiday spirit, Doug, in this French toast storm,
Yeah, apparently that's what it is.
bear with us. But it's just an explanation on the front end. The traffic department, Doug, the traffic department isn't for, hey, 270 is moving smoothly because everybody's moved out of town.
Yeah.
It's traffic for commercials, and that is what it is. And so today, because we are off next week and then returning January 3rd, we have a larger number. So that's just a little behind the scenes. It's an
Okay.
explanation. And so hopefully that helps to brief the audience on the set of circumstances. I don't know if it did or not, but I thought I would try to explain. And we just do what we are asked.
That's all we
are.
do.
We're soldiers.
Yeah.
We're soldiers.
Foot soldiers.
Hot soldiers. So I'd like to tell people about the text inbox sponsor because the people are already texting in 314-881-TMA5. It's Engineer Design Facilities. If you have visibility to your company or place of businesses, commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email fire@edf-rg.com. They'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. EDF's Fire Division, testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. EDF can handle all your company's security and surveillance needs, from surveillance cameras to access card readers to facial recognition software and everything in between. It's engineered, designed facilities. Doug, can you tell the people about our title sponsor? And his name is Ryan Kelly. He's online at thehomeloanexpert.com.
That's exactly who he is and where he is. You know, we're about to run out of 2022. That means we're about to run out of this Black Friday deal that Ryan Kelly and his Home Loan Expert team have come up with. Now, getting this deal is simple. You just fill out the digital application at thehomeloanexpert.com/Friday before January 1st. So you've only got a little more than a week to get this mortgage. After your loan closes with Ryan Kelly, the Home Loan Expert, you'll get back $1,000. It's really a great deal, and it's only good to the end of this year, so grab it while you can. Get started today at thehomeloanexpert.com/Friday. If you're looking for a mortgage, if you think, well, the market's just too crazy, this is the deal that you're going to want. The Black Friday deal, only good for the end of the year. Again, you'll get $1,000 back if you close it. So Ryan Kelly, the Home Loan Expert, always there to try to make things work for you. He's also got the VIP refi program. He's got that inflation, deflation program. He'll help you out. If you need a mortgage, Ryan Kelly's the place to go, thehomeloanexpert.com.
There it is. Jackson, would you like to tell us about Muggsy?
Absolutely, Tim. It's gifting season, so allow me to give you a little cheat code, and that cheat code is Muggsy. It's the only jeans you'll ever want to wear again. The most damn comfortable denim ever made, designed to fit you perfectly every single time. They're the most comfortable and stylish men's jeans on planet Earth because they're designed by dudes for dudes. They're never baggy, and they're never tight. The absolute perfect gift for anyone in your life that you want to show you care about. Just be careful, because they'll really, really love you after you give them the gift of Muggsy. So wield that power responsibly. Not only do they have the world's greatest jeans, but super awesome flannels, jackets, cashmere, holiday party pants, joggers, literally anything your closet could ever need. So head over to Muggsy.com right now and grab the gift of insanely comfortable style for everyone in your life this year. They're doing everything they can to make it easy for dudes who want to look great and feel even better. I'm telling you, boys, these jeans, they're special. Use promo code TMA for 10% off your entire order with free shipping and free return. Again, that's Muggsy.com. The promo code is TMA for 10% off your entire order. Experience life-changing comfort with Muggsy.
There it is, Muggsy, a wonderful sponsor here of TMA, and a new one for 2022 with us, as is Centric with the great Patrick Nealon. And Doug, he can really roll the rock. I mean, this guy can putt. He really can. And
what's his secret?
I don't know. I wonder what makes a great putter.
Confidence.
A great putter.
I don't know.
Confidence is if this were Family Feud, that would absolutely be on the board.
I can't be nervous.
You have to be willing to miss the putt long. Doug, if you can't get the ball to the hole, it's not going to go into the hole.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Well, I usually get there with a lot of confidence, thinking I'm going to make it. And
that's good.
Then I 3 or 4 putt. I mean, I 3 putt every green, every one of them.
That's going to be a problem.
It is a big problem. I can't putt at all.
Well, so you got to get it to the hole. Well, Patrick Nealon can roll the rock, and he can get you into cybersecurity, the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in-demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity, and you can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology. And that's how they do it in just 4 months, even if you have no IT experience. And you can do it online, or you can do it in person. You can do it in the evenings, you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CNTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis. You can be part of the solution. Doug, can I do a help wanted?
Well, sure.
Okay, here's what I got. So I got a root canal, was it 15 days ago or 16 days?
I don't know the exact day.
It was 16 days ago now. And I still am having problems with it. Right here. It's up here, though. It feels
there,
right here.
Yeah, kind of by your nose.
Right. And so I went and saw my endodontist yesterday, and he said, well, here, let me show you they did an x-ray where the camera shoots around you. It shoots around you.
That's
like
how they do it now.
Yeah. And he said, it'd be easier for me to show you the x-ray. And he goes, your skull has it set up. I go, not my skull again. This damn skull. My mom in the crack pipe, circa 76, is still now rearing its ugly head. But my skull, so the root is like up against the bone or something like that. Up here, it's fine here where the root canal took place, but up here, oh God. And when I talk, and I talk for 4 straight hours, and then Jackson and I'll do a podcast, and I'll do a sound story, so my God, it's brutal. So they need to make an incision on one side of the tooth in the gum, and then on the other side of the tooth, and then go up there. And he talked about some kind of diamond thing.
Oh,
not a diamond cutter. That was Diamond Dallas Page. That was his finishing move. Jackson, does Jay-Z throw the diamonds in the sky?
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
that was a confirmation.
Okay,
but it's some kind of device, and I'm sure I know we have a lot of endodontists who listen to the show.
Sure.
That they're going to go in there after the incision and then do something with the diamond device and then, I guess, shave the bone of my skull so it's not up against the root, something that you always do for the holidays.
That sounds lovely.
But anyway, my endodontist can't do it here for a couple of weeks, so I am just going to be living in pain. I am snorting. I just cut up painkillers and snort them, and I feel like it's fine. But if there is any endodontist who'd like to go in my mouth today, I'm taking applications.
Well, I think probably 70 or 80% of our audience are endodontists.
That's correct. Cardiologists,
it's an
endodontists, and CEOs.
Hotbed,
and a lot of VC people.
So you want this done today?
I'm not doing well, and the fact that I talk for real, it's 4 straight hours with the exception of the 2-3 minute commercial breaks. Oh God.
So they got to get in there with some sort of sandpaper or file.
I think it's a file. I think he uses a nail file. No.
It sounds somewhat painful.
Memory board.
Brutal. Like on the weekend, I'm fine. So I'm okay. It went away, and then I come in here, and then we do the show, and I'm talking, And,
hey, ¿quién habla?
And it's brutal. So I don't know if you perform this. I know you kind of got an endodontist.
I'm also an endodontist. Yes.
You like to do this in the break? He goes, it's a 10, 15-minute procedure, local anesthesia. It's not a big deal. But he was all backed up, and they had a bunch of people, so he couldn't do it yesterday. So Doug, I know we've done this regularly. It seems like monthly, where we ask for endodontists. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm asking for an endodontist.
You can't swing a dead cat at one of our live shows without hitting an endodontist or two. So I'm sure there's one out there. But if you said it's a 10 or 15-minute, no big deal thing, then that's got to be some bit of a relief.
Yeah,
it's not going to be real painful.
Oh yeah, that's whatever. It's part of the process. That's fine. This is it's the idea of not having this going on for 2 weeks is, and my mouth is active in the holiday season.
Well, and right here at Christmas too, and it's a winter storm coming, it should be no problem at all to find another endodontist to step up.
Thank you. Tim, speaking of skulls, I'll skull bang that gaped Truman bitch tonight, and subsequently I'd like to try out this new butt plug on my wife.
That's not what we had in mind.
And let me know. Merry Christmas, ILL. That's from the Recovering Alcoholic.
That wasn't in the Christmas spirit, and he's been suspended. Recovering Alcoholic, Belleville, not in the Christmas spirit. He's been suspended a period of 2 days' time. His name right now went into the suspension logule. He's from Belleville.
Jackson, how do you respond to that?
I was on the phone with Mike Lee. I assume Recovering Alcoholic said he was going to gape me.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see.
Here's your skull.
We'll see.
This is
has anyone seen the line of tonight's game?
With Brady Farkas.
Shout out Brady Farkas for real. He interviewed Marshy Mark.
I still love that.
Oh, let's see the line.
You were right on the line. The line's 5.5. At least last I saw.
It.
I guess 6.5 yesterday on Balloon Party. You said 5.5. Jackson shipped it. This guy, Doug, he's a basketball savant. When he gives you a play, treat him like a broker.
Ooh, and the public is on Illinois, and the money is on the Tigers.
Uh-oh.
Tigers plus 225. Betting it right now.
Good luck.
Are you really?
Yeah, plus 225.
Never bet with your heart. Never make a business decision emotionally, huh?
This is pure. This is in my head.
Okay.
All right.
Tell yourself that. Speaking of Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz yesterday, he's endearing to fans.
God, he is the worst.
He
is unreal. He's unreal.
Now, what bothered you yesterday?
Well, they're 13th out of 14th in the SEC in recruiting, and he was kind of bragging, but not trying to brag that he loves flipping recruits. It's like
It's Flipmas, bro.
I do love flipment, though. If I like the word.
He said, I guess this was at the Gasparilla Bowl press conference, and can you imagine that if you've seen the Super Bowl meeting?
Oh, God, yeah.
He said, on flipping recruits, it's kind of fun. I don't rub it in probably as much as I'd kind of like to. And then
Didn't he
3
just
hours
lose
later,
his best receiver?
and then 3 hours later, Gabe reported Dominic Lovett's going to Georgia.
Oh, ouch.
Like, I would respect the comment if there were major transfer coming into Missouri. Theo Weiss would have been a nice transfer 3 years ago, and he's solid. But I know he was a 5-star 5 years ago when he was in high school, but like things pan out differently.
Yeah.
Injuries happen. Like, he's a good receiver, but you're not getting a 5-star recruit, which in Missouri is like that. They can't get that out of their head. But I just don't understand the comment. He rubs everything in. Everything he does on Twitter is rubbing it in some form or fashion, or braggadocious, or just completely off-putting. That's his entire social media platform. I don't know. The guy is just...
Here's what I think. I think for hardcore Missouri fans, it's rooted in just hope. Because if he doesn't work, then you're going back to either the tail end of the Brady Odom era or the tail end of the Pinkel era, however you would want to view it, which was 2015 disaster, and it's been rough since then. I think if he did something, as in was successful, I think it would be I don't know, endearing isn't the right word, but it would be amusing. Like Steve Spurrier kind of had this, except Steve Spurrier had done some things, both on the field and at Florida and South Carolina. So there's an arrogance that's lacking self-awareness that makes him perfect for social media, but then the time comes on Saturday, and if there is a team that, isn't necessarily Abilene Christian or New Mexico State or Vanderbilt or Louisiana Tech, that more often than not to date, it hasn't worked out. And then when you're talking that way at the Gasparilla Bowl, and then Dominic Lovett goes to Georgia, it just doesn't necessarily play real well. And then, Steve Wilkes left and now is doing so well at Carolina that they're talking about him becoming the full-time head coach there. Ryan Walters leaves, goes to Illinois, leads the defense there, now becomes the Purdue head coach. Bush Hamden took a $200,000 pay cut to go to Boise State, and said one of the reasons, I was watching his interview yesterday, one of the reasons was he has an alignment with the head coach at Boise State, and he thought that was important. So,
almost like there wasn't an alignment here.
I just can tell you what the man said. I don't know you, but so those kinds of things.
Look, if you're somebody like Lane Kiffin, if you're somebody like, I don't know, name a coach that's had success that talks a lot, Urban Meyer maybe. I get it. They're entertaining. They can say that. You're Eli Drinkowitz. You're under 500 at Mizzou. You are not allowed to chirp other people.
Look, there it is. Those are the rules.
This is a blanket policy.
There's a lot of people that probably say, who's Eli Drinkowitz?
Toski Dove's also transferring.
Yeah, but they also, I guess thinking about it, Burden flipped from Oklahoma to Missouri. Marvin Burks, the more recent one from Cardinal Ritter, flipped from, Ole Miss to Missouri. So, like, he's done that, but and there's no other coaches that are acting the way he's acting. Whether it be a new coach or obviously like the Kirby Smarts and the, Nick Sabans of the world who don't even really use social media that well. I get you want to appeal to the young kids. It comes off really weird, a lot of the posts, and I don't want to brag, but, I'm going to brag right now. I love flipping prospects, transfers, whatever the case might be. It's just, I don't know.
Well,
you got to win 8 games next year, or you're in for it. That schedule is so easy.
Alan Dadeville, who's a big Bulldogs fan, and he's getting ready. I know he'll be watching the Wake Forest game tomorrow just to kind of get an idea how to do it. But when they take on Ohio State, which is kind of secondary to
Sure.
Gasparilla Bowl. He said to Gabriel Report, Levitt's going to UGA. I know he visited last week, but none of the UGA guys have said the decision has been made. The Colonel posted last night at 8:11 p.m. Dominic Levitt hearing it's going to be UGA.
Good for him. That's a perfect spot.
It's not like he has issued a statement, but that is what Gabe reported. So there you go.
Is Bennett a senior?
Yeah, he's finally graduating, I do believe.
Do they know what kind of offense they'll have next year? Like what quarterback's coming in?
I'm sure a
They'll
five-star.
have somebody. You know.
Well, I don't know. There's years when they have great quarterbacks and they throw the ball, and then they don't have great quarterbacks. They run the ball.
Isn't Bennett the one who's older than Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
They're actually the same age, yeah.
Well, yeah, like he's like days older than him.
Yeah.
My wife's boyfriend switches the tags on the gifts I buy my kids. I'm drowning in debt, and Derek gets all the credit. Thanks. That's from Butch Patrick's Werewolf.
Derek gets it. Yeah.
He sent in like 5 texts since March. I'm glad today's the day.
Well, I think the holidays are tough for
He
Butch
couldn't take
Patrick's
it, yeah.
Werewolf
He
doll
couldn't
because
take it.
he's living in the basement. Derek, who is a trainer with his wife at Orange Theory, moved in. His kids are calling Derek Dad now, and Butch Patrick's Werewolf doll's living in the basement. Now it sounds like he's getting a Christmas cuck.
At
And
least
now-
they let him in the basement.
Drowning in debt.
I bet he has his own, like, Charlie Brown Christmas tree down there where it's, like, just
And it's not a finished.
rampant.
It's not a finished basement.
No, it's probably loud as all hell.
Yeah.
Furnace and such.
Guys, there's a lot of overlap between how Alaya and Ken act on social media. A lot of subtle shots at people more successful than them without much awareness, such as other SEC coaches, Everything Barstool, Lana Rhodes, Beer Cats, etc. That's from glove blogger Tom Trapen.
Well, you have to define more successful on some of those.
Define more successful.
I haven't seen Drinkwitz with a popsicle yet.
Yep.
If that happens, I'll agree with.
I haven't seen him with a
Draven.
pepper grinder either. He's kind of missing a market.
Oh,
No, and when I
Grinder. Lars Newtbar takes a shot.
and I think when I comment on Lana Rhodes stuff, it's because she's being a hypocrite, and I'm just calling it out. I mean, it wasn't long ago that she said porn should be banned, it should be outlawed, it ruins lives.
I just did a DP.
yeah, that'll ruin
then
someone's life.
on our Facebook or Instagram post, which is, I guess you can, one becomes another story, she's promoting Chatterbait,
Chatterbait.
which is a porn site for, like, cam girls.
Oh, is that right? Really? So she's back in the stag industry?
Well, she promoted it. She goes, put it on her Facebook page, and then if you go to it, it's some other girl. But she's still promoting porn after trashing it.
Panic attack.
You just had a kid, right?
So don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Don't trash the industry and then try to make money off of it.
So she had it coming, in your view.
I just pointed it out for people that probably follow her and don't know she said that. Not that they care. They're going to worship her feet.
Doing a public service.
It's Lana. Don't talk about Lana. She's great.
Now, who says that?
In the air, left field, and gone.
Well, her
And
little,
who would say that and then go, hee 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 hee?
little followers. Lana, we love you. Come back.
No, they don't do that at the end.
Lana, will you marry me?
Okay, that's enough.
Sad. Anyway, I see where somebody on the fan page
Here we go.
found out that this Vivian, who I was talking about yesterday on Facebook,
Hello, Vivian.
also
That one?
they found her on Instagram with a totally different name.
Yeah, it's like the picture to me, I didn't see the actual, like, profile picture. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but you can tell when
It's like a
fake-
stock photo.
Yeah, it looks like something out of, like, when you have, like, when you're in school and
You'd
there's,
find it
like,
in a
picture.
pamphlet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, but if you look at her page, if you look at the Instagram page, it's the same girl. But they're mostly bikini shots. If you go to her Facebook page, there's pictures with her with her kid, with her friends in Hawaii.
And who is Vivian again?
So
Vivian.
So
Who is this?
she's
Why
not
should we
just
know her?
stealing bikini pictures. She has pictures with a kid, and
This is the one that was messaging you
yeah,
from Arkansas.
if she's from Arkansas, she said she's from Arkansas.
Well, people don't lie on social media.
So she's not catfishing me because I haven't fallen for anything. But she's a real person.
Can you hear me good?
No, there's real pictures.
On Instagram, you post pictures of your boobs in a swimsuit and your butt. And on Facebook, there's pictures of her with her kid and other things. So.
But that doesn't mean it's her posting it.
Hello, Vivian.
No, that means she's stealing pictures from somebody else who happens to have pictures of their boobs and pictures of their kid.
It's he. It's a
And
Russian
then
guy with a hoodie.
then takes bikini pictures and puts them on Instagram.
He lives outside of Gorky.
Yeah, if you just find
He's
one woman.
very aggressive pre-flop.
Yeah, you can just find one woman's account, take all of her pictures, and then you're a guy posting it, trying to get money out of people.
But that same girl has another name that has bikini pictures too.
Sure, diversify.
And there's so many people on Facebook. I'm sure we all have probably bought Facebooks running around with our photos of some kind.
Shot at the fan out of nowhere.
I mean, don't you get a friend request almost every day from someone you're already a friend with?
Yeah.
Well, there was on your old fan page or your own website where you had the message boards.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, the Maggie on top did an article.
Right.
And the picture she used was all over the internet. Is come see me tonight at 6. It was like porn. And that same
Doug,
picture.
I believe he was a mechanic in somewhere off of Grafway, writing erotica.
I don't know who was writing them. They were pretty erotic. I enjoyed them.
You use them?
No, I think I know who it was, though.
Who was it?
Oh, wow. Breaking news. Buck Swope.
Who was it?
Well, I'll tell you off the air. I don't know if she wants her name out there.
It was a woman?
Yeah.
Who was writing Maggie on top?
I think so. I think. I'll let you know. I'll write it down.
Now, what
Give
are
it
the
to you.
listeners supposed to think? Oh, good, we got
Well,
a
I'm not
good
going
scoop.
to. They bitch when we use government names, but then I don't use a government name. You got to give it to us. What is it?
Go ahead and give the government
No, I'm
name.
not giving it to you. Give me a pen. I'll write it down for
Doug, here we
the
go.
other
This is gonna
guy.
be a big moment.
Just watched in awe of the beautiful breasts as they started caressing each other.
Gosh, that was creepy.
That's a Christmas card. I'll write on that.
Oh, I was about to say, you handed me a blank piece of paper. Doug, making a delicious drink should be as easy and simple as pouring a glass of wine, and now it is. Thanks to Batch & Bottle's new ready-to-serve cocktails, all containing super premium spirits like the Hendricks Gin Martini, Glenfiddich Single Malt Manhattan, Reka Rhubarb Cosmo, and Monkey Shoulder Lazy Old Fashioned. Don't spend your next party in the kitchen shaking and stirring while your guests have a good time without you like a cock. Treat them and treat yourself to Batch & Bottle's premium ready-to-serve cocktails. Batch & Bottle premium pre-batch cocktails imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York. It's up to you, New York, New York.
There's your name.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, I bet you did.
No.
No, I'll talk at the break.
Okay. Gosh.
I could be wrong, but I believe she told me one time she wrote the article.
This is someone who left messages on Tim's old website?
No, she wrote an article called Maggie on Top.
For when,
I'll
where
type
was
her
this,
name in Facebook and see if I'm friends with her.
Where was this article featured?
He started playing with himself on Tim's
that was
website, on Inside STL.
Okay.
Back in the day when he had a message board and...
And how would I know this person? She's like a good-looking blonde, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't just decide that she's the one writing them?
No, I believe she told me that one time.
And did she work at KFNS or something?
I don't know how to explain it.
You're in a tough spot right now.
Crestfallen.
No, I don't know how to explain it.
Like, how would we both know her? That's what I'm asking. Yeah, man, she's like legit attractive. I can't. I swear, I think now it was a guy. I didn't think it was a guy at the time, but now I think it was a guy.
She was at 590 in the building a few times, and she was at 920 in the building.
She worked at 920
She
when
didn't
we were
work
there?
there. She didn't work there. She was in the building.
My money's on this mechanic from Afton.
Yes.
Right off Gravois.
Yes.
Now, if she didn't, I apologize.
So she was just an attractive blonde who would come to the religious studios of 920 in the Central West End?
She's a very talented writer, though. I just believe one time we were talking, and I think she told me she wrote them. If she didn't, I apologize.
So did you just remember this?
Thank you.
Well, we were talking about people's pictures that show up elsewhere, and the Maggie on top picture, which a lot of people thought that was her, and there were a lot of gullible guys on that message board that thought Maggie on top, that was actually her picture. But that picture, you can go on porn sites, and there's a picture, meet girls in your area, and oh, there's Maggie. That's the picture that was used.
One of the odd things I recall Maggie talking about were the size of her bowel movements. Down It was an odd line to include in erotica.
Yeah. Yeah, just when you're using an article talking about, oh, it was this, and then I had a huge dump.
Okay, that's enough.
Soiled
Flaccid.
corn loaf.
Was that flaccid corn?
Flossy's just
Soiled.
Okay.
You're going out in 2022 on a high note.
Yeah, screw you guys. Last show, I'm going to play some drops.
Guys, it's actually me. Ken's a moron. That's from Brian Henson, who covers the Colts.
He's a good writer.
Yeah, we've seen your texts and your writing. That you couldn't come close to this.
You don't care for his writing?
And I don't like when you say covers the Colts.
Tim, that's not the girl. Ken made it up to make himself feel better about whacking it to those articles. That's from Tervis Parish.
Well, how do you know? You don't even know what name I gave him.
No, we don't.
Tervis Parish.
I could have given him, it's Vaughn, one of the guys on the message board, and 007, was that the other guy that was just... There were a couple of guys on that message board that were just brutal.
Doug, Mount Rushmore message board posters.
I don't recall. I didn't
Basically,
read the message
anybody on the
board.
fan page from 15 years
I think there's still people on the fan page that were on that site.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
There were a couple guys that became legends.
It's Vaughn is in our fantasy
it's Vaughn.
baseball league.
That's right.
Beat me a couple times.
He's a good player.
And the guy 007 had like a mullet, a shaved mullet picture. Those are fun times.
One time through the message board 15 years ago.
Those are great times.
You got to get out.
Some
more.
people think of their college years or my case orgies, raising children, but you know what? 15 years ago on the message board, that was the time. Doug, those are the halcyon days.
I think so. Yeah. I'm sorry I missed out on that. Is it still up somewhere?
No.
Can you still go back and
No,
look at
Brendan Marks, who took over when Jay Boyd
Great
left
guy.
to Hot Shots. Remember Brendan Marks, B Marks?
Love Mark.
So we built a new InsideSTL.com. God, I don't know what year it was, 2015 or 16, maybe 2014. I don't know, somewhere in there. And then the site wasn't generating any revenue. The revenue for the business was all from radio. But that's where people would go to listen to clips. And so that was the focal point for the site. And I had stopped writing, and he played a role in redesigning it with another company. And I remember coming back and going to my office, and I said, hey, the message board's gone. He goes, yeah, we had to get rid of it. The software was out of date and just wasn't doing anything anyway. And I go, oh, okay, fair enough. It was gone. But there were some people who thought that I had it deleted because I didn't like it, when in reality it just kind of existed, and 50 or so people, I think, were talking to each other there. And so they thought that we had it deleted, when in reality it was just kind of an outdated software. I can't remember what it was called, V-Bulletin or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, what are you going to do? There's still Reddit out there. There's still Tiger Board.
Yeah.
If you're looking to
the fan page.
The fan page.
That's like a huge message board anyway.
But you like it.
I don't mind it. I just scroll by the things I don't like.
Are you doing your unboxing on the fan page?
No.
Your personal page?
Yeah. And a couple of you said, why? Well, because the fan page is...
No one said why. No one
Yeah, somebody said, why not on the fan page? We're the ones sending it. I said, you don't know that. I said it on the air, too. I mean, the fan page is not the majority of our listeners. It's probably 1%. So there's people that aren't on the fan page.
Really?
that listen to the show and want to send stuff. So go to my
He's
Facebook
talking
page.
to himself, coaching himself up.
So go to my... If you can send a friend request. If you're not a friend of mine, you want to watch it, I'll accept it.
Absolutely. You've got some boxes right here.
Damn page.
Coming to mail.
That's for the unboxing.
I can't wait to watch.
What do you think's in there?
I have no clue.
I really hope it's that exploding bag of wieners.
And there's only like 9 or 10 things, so it won't be a long unboxing.
My guess is you will not get a Dillian fleshlight. The only thing you actually ask for, the listeners will not step
Probably
up
not, because
for.
it's kind of expensive.
Maybe as a treat to the listeners and the people on YouTube, you could open one of these boxes here.
Oh, what a
today.
treat!
Who getting you a bunch of gifts? I did see the
Well, it's
XFL.
not a bunch. I only got like 9. Yeah, this is from Brian Stoll, I guess, dropped this off for the
Dude, these are
XFL.
awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
That's not an unboxing. That was...
I haven't seen Strode in a while.
Yeah, but one of the other boxes you could open up.
No, it's for the Unboxing Friday on my page. It's not fair to unbox it on the air.
Why would it be unfair to do that?
Well, maybe
It'd be a
guy,
little
maybe
treat.
somebody that sent it wanted to watch it on Friday.
Well,
They're not watching the show today. They're not on YouTube. And they don't get to see their box undone.
Well, this lives on YouTube forever, so they can just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's probably a listener who sent it in, so he's maybe more likely to be listening now or watching than he would be at some random time.
Could be a she as well.
I'm not going to... Well, I know this is a she. I think that's from Lisa Ann.
Well, let's go.
Oh,
That's
that-
45 minutes of content. We can have an hour, too.
She's part of the show. We need to see that.
Well, tune in Friday. You'll see it.
Guys, what is it with Strode and message boards? Remember the time he admitted to whacking it to what he knew was a dude, but told them he was a hot young lady? Thanks. That's from Joe Boo's Rob.
Damn page.
What's your point?
Oh,
Guys, this is the second day in a row where the show's old senile curmudgeon has a stroke on live radio. Thanks. That's Hedonism Chuck.
What did I say that you didn't understand?
Hedonism, Chuck, call in 636-9004 TMA. It's the last show of 2022. Plowhawk's going out with a bang. Hedonism, Chuck, this is your chance as well. Butch Patrick's Werewolf Dial says, Iggy, you sound like a younger me, stuck in denial. They're not watching. She is sleeping with him. Thanks. That's Butch Patrick's Werewolf Dial.
Not watching, he's sleeping with her. Who are you talking about?
People, I guess, watching your unboxing is what he's referencing.
Yeah, they'd watch it now if you were to open up these boxes here.
So they're not watching it, they're sleeping with her?
Yep.
That makes no sense. Who's sleeping with her?
I don't know. Someone apparently.
I got this email just now, and this is perfect timing because inevitably, unfortunately, some of the people listening to the show, maybe some of the people hosting the show, are going to deal with furnace issues. Work with Design Air Heating and Cooling if and when that time comes here over the next 72 hours of bitter cold weather in the St. Louis metropolitan area. Good morning, Tim. I've been a listener for many years, but only interacting occasionally. I'm not sure why people feel the need to validate/qualify themselves, but there you go. I've done my best to support the sponsors as much as possible over the years. The local food companies have all been amazing, and the national product companies have lived up to the promises of quality products. But this email is to compliment one of your local service advertisers. My wife and I recently purchased a nice home, and yesterday I walked around the outside of my house and noticed that the air conditioning condenser was frosted over. I'm somewhat familiar with HVAC systems, but was unsure if this was normal or not. I went to Design Air's website and clicked Book Now, and it was as simple and easy as promised to set up an appointment. I just answered a few qualifying questions and set an appointment for later next week. Next week was totally fine because this isn't an emergency. My system is working, and again, I'm somewhat familiar with HVAC systems and didn't believe I should be overly concerned. I just wanted to be on the list just in case. A few hours later, a man named John called me and told me it was normal for my kind of system to frost over. He explained why and gave me advice on how to optimize the settings on my thermostat in extreme weather. After answering my mostly silly questions for about 10 minutes, we agreed that it wasn't necessary for them to come out next week. I'm pretty sure John should be reprimanded for his complete lack of respect for his company's bottom line. In no circumstances would anyone be the wiser if he would have given me the advice he gave me about my thermostat but still kept the appointment next week. He cost the company the service fee at minimum. The damn misery of it all is that you referred me to this company, and as good as they are, I don't believe this business model is sustainable with employees that have so much disregard for the bottom line. That, of course, is to point out that the company could have taken advantage of him and he wouldn't have known any better, and yet they didn't, and they gave him free counsel over the phone. That's the kind of people you get at Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. So if you run into your furnace going out here over the next few days, and it will be a crisis if that is to happen, go to designairservice.com. Doug is a client and I'm a client. We can tell you firsthand they will take wonderful care of you, just like they took care of this fine listener, John Allen.
John,
Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Munganast, the sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. And Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, and Peter Munganast and their entire staff would love to see you, especially between now and January 3rd, where you can get any Acura for 0.99% financing for 36 months. My goodness, what a deal. That's stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. What a relationship we have with Munganast. And I am getting a new car from Munganast and recommend you do as well, especially if you're looking at an Acura between now and January 3rd. 0.99% financing for qualified customers for 36 months. It's Munganast, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com, the official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast.
I got my whip washed, I think Monday. Took it to Waterway, and the girls were wiping down the car. Said, nice whip. They commented on the car.
That's what they said.
Said, nice whip. I said, thank you.
Well, that happens a lot.
Well, here comes the text saying that didn't happen, even though I do believe this one.
You believe that one, Plowhawk?
Yeah.
It did happen.
Could they compliment, when I go to car wash, they always compliment your car.
Well, especially when that came out of there just glistening. You know, ooh, nice whip. Thank you.
You'd put your car up against anyone's.
Good morning, fellas, Tim.
I'm going to up
Don't you like that? Good morning, fellas, comma, Tim?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Good morning, fellas, comma, Tim. Respectfully asking if the Nagel video will be released this holiday season. It would be a Christmas treat to watch on repeat whilst gluttonously, is that a word, gluttonously? It might be.
I think so.
Oh, I think so. Stuffing my face and slothing. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. That's from Dingle My Berries. I don't know. I don't know. My honest answer is I don't know.
I did talk to Joey.
Doug, Joey is the one who handles the video here
Right.
and
Sure
has been working on editing it.
He said probably some point in 2023. But that's only because you don't know what goes on here. I mean, the point had like 8 ho-ho shows.
You're not helping the cause.
What do you mean I'm not helping?
Well, I mean, some point in 2023,
Well,
you certainly would hope so.
I just meant as we get into 2023, probably in January sometime. I probably should have prefaced that, but that could have been November of 2023. Sometime in the beginning of the new year, so
I think we should wait and then
early part
release
of
it
January.
when we play him again.
Right, 2 or 3 years from now.
No, if we play him in the spring, probably May, I think then that's when we release the first one to show people that we did it before.
Yeah, so just to give Joey a break, it's not like he's dropping the ball and doesn't care. There was like 5 or 6 point ho-ho shows, and you had Jingle Fest, and then there's sponsors, things that need to get done. So this is, it was a fun project, and when he gets to it, he will, but he's got to get all caught up on the stuff that matters. So,
Wow, Doug, that's a shot at our
Sure was.
victory.
well, compared to the other things he has to do, yeah.
Well, maybe you ought to go in there and help him edit.
I did.
Oh, you did
We pretty
help
much
him
knocked out all the golf stuff.
You did.
Yeah, but the problem.
What else is next?
Well, the problem is that everybody had a mic on. Everybody had a mic on. A lavalier. And there were 3 different people.
Like an interlude.
3 different people in charge of the mics.
Right.
So you don't know what everybody was saying unless you went to every one of them and listened.
Yeah, I think next time we do a video, the camera should have one of those foam mics attached to it, and then you just get the audio like when someone's closer to the camera, as opposed to trying to dissect 5 different
Yeah,
audio.
they all have that.
Yeah, because Joey wants
They
to
all
get
have built-in mics.
some
Right.
witty banter that may be going on, some trash talking, and you have to go to every mic on every hole to see what people are talking about.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why it's taking a while, but he wants to do it right and get all the funny stuff in there. So we're done with the golf stuff, the shots and the things like that. But he wants to go back and listen to all the mics. So
KG in O-Town, Doug says, can I sponsor the segment Iggy says something he shouldn't have said and then tries to talk his way out of it? That's from KG in O-Town.
no, I just probably said it wrong.
Yeah, well,
I meant to
At
say
some point in 2023.
I meant to say early part of 2023. I said sometime, but it'll be done early part of next year.
Guys, why is it not surprising that Iggy is involved with this? Thank you. It's from the 573.
Well, because Joey said, I don't know anything about golf. So I don't know what's a good shot, things like that. I don't know the vernacular, things like that. So if you can come in and work with me to see what shot we should use, is that a good shot?
and there were some vernacular problems.
So why should it surprise me that, Tim could have went back there. He's
Sure, he
busy as
could
hell.
have.
Jackson could have went back there. He's busy as hell.
Absolutely.
Lousy, Doug's not going to stick around.
Yeah, that was a shot at me.
Doug out of nowhere.
So he asked me, and I said, sure, I'll gladly help you. So we took 3 days and just sat back there and went hole by hole, and looked at the shots.
Really?
I think we should use
But
this
then
one
it
because
should
it's
be
so
released,
bad.
right?
I just told you about the
Boy, once Pepper and Genie ended, the Plowhawk turned.
The treaty broke.
I told you, there's something else to watch.
we could have just posted the golf stuff,
Well, sure.
but he wanted to get the pregame, the postgame. He wanted to get some of the witty banner in between stuff.
There wasn't that much
He
weight.
wanted to edit it together.
General banter.
Oh, there was-
Warning, if Iggy is involved in the editing, we might not see this till 2024. It's the Hunchback of Von Castle.
No, I didn't do any editing. I sat there with Joey and I said, go back to this. I think we may want to use this. And
Doug
we-
is the Martin Scorsese of the
Oh,
production.
yeah.
I think.
Technical
Like,
director.
you should just take over all the editing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to edit it. You should see this thing he uses. He's moving things, ski-bapping, bopping all over the
I beg your
place.
pardon, sir.
I was trying to do this
I
Costanza.
was wondering how you were going to explain
I was trying to do the
video
Costanza.
editing.
The Costanza thing.
Ski-bapping?
I couldn't understand it. The Costanza thing. Bebopping all over the place.
Guys, throughout all of this word vomit, we did get the answer, though, and it's the real answer. If Iggy wasn't involved, this would be done. Joey would have had it done 30 days ago without Iggy. That's from Ken's wedding toast.
No, I hope I see Joey walk by. I'm going to bring him in.
Don't bring him into this. Remember what happened to poor Joe on the first day of our show?
Oh, man, people wanted to bang him.
Don't blame me.
Guys, this entire video is going to be Ken, just like the drops and cuts of the week.
This is the Ken cut.
There's quite a bit of me in there.
Iggy said several months ago that he was the one who wanted to sit down with Joey to make sure he got the information he wanted in. Iggy is 100% the reason for the delay. That's from Ken's wedding toast.
Joe asked me, can you sit in and watch this and help me with it? I said, sure, whatever you need.
For vernacular reasons.
No, I think there's probably more Tim and Jackson because we use more of their shots. We're not going to use my shot if I hit one in the water.
But Doug's shot on 9.
Yeah, those are the ones we use.
Nearly hold it out from 165.
This should be put in the museum.
Yeah, there was 3 that I came up with a really good one. I think this will be fun. We took everybody's shot and just went side by side.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Oh, you saw it, Jackson?
No, but that's a great idea.
Yeah, and then one shot after another, and then we zoom into Tim's shot, which we took. Then I have Plowsy Duffy want to go, yeah, nice shot, douchebag.
That's my contribution.
So we had some funny stuff.
I think at this point, waiting until we play Nago again, I think might be the move. There's no point to have it released in mid-February. I really do think that waiting till we play him again in May and release that like a week before, and you can cut even that video up into like a hype video that you can put on Twitter and YouTube. I think that's the move.
We have somebody willing to help. Tim, if you need me to come in and help Joey, a.k.a. get Iggy out of the way, just let me know. That's from KG in O-Town.
Oh, yeah, he could do it.
Yeah. You're trying way too hard, dude.
He'd have it done. He'd have it done months ago.
Why don't you come in and, because this light 6 on the menorah needs to be turned. Why don't you come in and do that?
The top ropes.
This guy's a go-getter. He's a
only
go-getter.
Oh, well, then they're all up to date.
There's
5. There's 5 lit out there. I thought we were one behind.
They light them a night early.
Guys, Ken's passport arriving or the video released, which one comes first? That's from Clevey Wade.
That's a good bet.
Passport, because you could probably order the passport.
Anna Marie got hers last night.
Oh, man,
we are cleared.
I saw a little thin envelope.
Oh, you thought it might be it?
I thought it was, but it was for Madison. So I'm anxiously waiting, but I'm trying. I'm not going to track it until next week after the holidays.
Yeah, almost all the way there. We almost got everyone there. 2 more guys.
Yeah, I got a thin thing, too. It was a Macy's credit card statement.
Nice.
Sick.
Blessed.
And this show always waits on me and Iggy, and I feel bad for that. Everybody, it's stress-free, and you could tell Jesse in the back of her mind thinking, oh, man, what am I going to tell the resort?
Well, it's out of your guys' hands.
Well, it is true. I'm just...
You're not editing the passport situation.
Guys, it just sounded like Ken told KG to get his shine box. Might not be a matchup you want there, kiddo. That's from Ebenezer Magatu.
That is actually my favorite name. In terms of the Iggy name that they named their text.
Well, I'm no Scrooge, so Ebenezer doesn't work.
Nice.
Mugatu, when that was dropped.
I don't even know what Mugatu is. Is that
that one dropped?
Watch Zoolander.
Will Ferrell's character in Zoolander.
Some kind of wine you get at a Chinese restaurant.
Nope.
No?
Will Ferrell's character in Zoolander.
Here you go, Iggy.
I think I've only watched that once.
Wonderful picture. Hansel's so hot right now.
Well, I don't look like that.
I know.
Well,
is that 02, Tim?
It's close.
01. It was going to come out the week of September 11th, as a matter of fact.
Really?
If memory serves. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What a great movie. Oh, my God. That movie is so well done.
Guys, that was the saddest thing I've ever heard on radio. Quote, I received my Macy's credit card statement in the mail. It's from the Birthday Hawk.
Why is that sad?
Birthday Hawk 6369004 TMA.
It sounds like something Mr. Licks would say.
Are you happy with your Ace Hardware one?
Call Tommy Cibulka, actually. That's what I would recommend you do. VIP Auto Accessories. How do you do, Tommy Cibulka? Season's greetings to you and the family. Thank you for your support in 2022. Commercial van and truck upfitting. That's what they do at VIP Auto Accessories, the St. Louis accessory experts. VIP offers quality and the ability to get it all done at one place. They're a full-service operation, a one-stop shop. They take the vehicle from point A to point Z. VIP saves you time and hassle. It's quicker to deal with VIP than 2 to 3 vendors with multiple locations. Plus, they're all local since 1979. And other TMA clients have worked with them, such as Design Air Heating and Cooling and Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. VIP, the biggest secret in its industry. And now they're promoting their service for all to hear and to take advantage of the VIP quality and convenience. It's VIP Auto Accessories. Call Tommy Cibulka directly. He wants you to call him directly, 314-428 3900 or email them at tommy.cibulka@vipautoaccessories.com. All local and been around since 1979. It's VIP Auto Accessories. Email Tommy, and you know he's going to take great care of you. tommy.cibulka@vipautoaccessories.com. It's 8:09 in St. Louis. We close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour here. Final show of the year for TMA and also Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. Big news here.
What?
KG in O-Town made an announcement yesterday. Well, I guess it was Mr. Licks who made the suggestion that what if KG in O-Town could sell advertising on Pepper and Genie,
Right.
and then part of those advertising dollars that would come into Hubbard Radio St. Louis could then fund the hiring of KG in O-Town.
Oh.
Well, I can tell you this. At about Doug, would you say 4:07 yesterday?
I don't know
4:08?
what time. I don't know the time.
I was texting with TMA and 101 ESPN General Sales Manager Kelly Hanna about what had transpired over the previous few hours with KG in O-Town.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so impressed that she said, make sure that you put him in touch with Director of Sales, Keith Krause, here at Hubbard Radio St. Louis. I will tell you what is going on.
What?
On the other side of the break.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
darn
have to
it.
do it. I'm working at my
God.
teasing. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Series.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at tmastl.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
And now the Pepper and Genie Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepper and Genie.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMA-STL mobile app. Whatever. Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. This is Tim McKernan for Sound Story. If you are looking for a last-second gift that would mean the world to your family and be incredibly quick and easy to purchase, it's available now at mysoundstory.com. Sound Story gift cards are 20% off this week when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving, and it's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. And with the holidays just days away now, you are able to get something incredibly special for all of your family by simply going online.
Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive the special holiday discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you'll be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story, promo code GIFT for 20% off at mysoundstory.com.
Doug Vaughn here alongside Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Ryan, inflation very high. Interest rates are high. It's a tough market out there, and yet you're finding a way to help people pay off some of those high-interest credit cards.
Absolutely. You know, one of our most popular loan programs is a cash-out refinance, and that's where you're able to tap into your equity and pull that cash out to help get caught up on bills, pay off debts, credit cards, make home improvements, whatever you like. Let me give you a good example. Let's say that right now your house would appraise for $400,000, and you owe $300,000. That means you have $100,000 in equity right now. And with that cash out refinance, we go in and replace your current loan with a new loan, and we pull that equity and give it to you at closing. In fact, our average client last year received over $54,000 at closing with a simple cash out refi. How much can you get? What would you do with that money? Would it change your life? Well, let's find out now. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that's always a great time to gather at Rosalita's. Why not start off with a happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m.? Enjoy happy hour specials including $3 off of appetizers like the wildly popular Carne con Cerveza, marinated steak cooked to order and served on a sizzling skillet. The patio is heated and covered, plus Rosalita's offers live music on Thursdays and mariachi every weekend. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Bret Michaels is bringing Something is Calling Party Gras to St. Louis Friday, July 28th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, part of the Allegiant Airways concert series, featuring music from Bret Michaels, Night Ranger, Jefferson Starship, Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, and Steve Augeri, former lead singer of Journey. No, not the original guy, but not the current guy. The guy in between. That guy. Anyway, you could go to the show for free. Sign up now on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
On KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
You gotta end it with a bang.
Nice. Nice.
That's right in there.
This is when it gets emotional.
Wellington never got his date with the gal, did he?
There's a band from Bumble.
This is my favorite part up here.
Oh, gosh.
Unreal.
Okay, I don't know how much more I can take.
It's pretty good, though. It's for the holidays. Play this around the Yule, Doug. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After 8 o'clock hour here, brought to you by Appliance Discounters. I've got a refrigerator coming from them tomorrow, Doug. Not a refrigerator, washer and dryer. No, not a washer and dryer. Dishwasher.
Oh, wow.
But you can get the refrigerator there. You can get the washer and dryer there. Sure. Talking to John Bradley yesterday. Sponsor of the 8 o'clock hour, Appliance Discounters online at theappliancediscounters.com. Shop major brands like GE. Appliance Discounters have drastically lower prices on installs, with select dishwashers being free. They also have huge GE cash rebates and holiday savings all month. It's Appliance Discounters online at theappliancediscounters.com. and it's something you should think about. Who's going to win our final Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day today? Well, if it's Big Ol' Fan, he's going to beat Buck Swope, but if it's Buck Swope's going to win back-to-back bunts. So that means only 2 emailers would win August, September, October, November, and December. Kevin Miller and Buck Swope. Fun to see this. It's either going to be Big Ol' Fan or Buck Swope, both with 4 here heading into the final show of 2022. If neither win, we will have a playoff to start the 2023 email season.
This Swope was never really known as a prolific emailer, but he's kind of reinvented himself.
Yeah, it's fun to see how I think Buck Swope right now has to be the odds-on favorite to be Listener of the Year in 2023. But is that because KG and O-Town might be joining the team? We'll tell you in a moment. First, it's time to talk with Marco Bertorelli on the Steve Schmidt Kia North County
great.
Lines. Morning, Marco.
All right.
Sorry.
Hello, Marco.
Hey, how do I follow that deep tease?
It's hard. It's going to be hard for you.
I'm getting better at teasing.
Do your best.
But I think the biggest thing that we all need to know, first off, is Iggy on assignment or is he in?
Just walk back.
Just got back.
Okay.
Right here, buddy.
We need the latest, most up-to-date Strobecast.
We sure do. Boy, now more than ever.
Yeah, I agree.
1 to 2 inches and cold.
That's it, 1 to 2? They've been saying 2 to 4.
Well, they're wrong.
Oh.
No, Timmy, I don't know if you know this, but we bring Iggy in as a consultant to help our drivers. And
Oh, I didn't know you brought him in, Iggy. Congratulations on that.
I mean, I figure $1,000 an hour for him as a consultant is well worth it. What do you think?
Value.
Still waiting for that check.
That's with Rockio's cameo check. Should be been.
Gosh, that hurt too.
He cost me more money
That
than I
was
made.
our Zoom. Iggy, our Zoom was what, Monday or Tuesday? We had all the drivers meet, and Iggy said, "Hey, what time do we need to get the trucks off the road today? About 2-ish."
Yeah, a little before that, because it might get a little icy, because there might be a little bit of sleet and rain before the snow hits. But yeah, just your driver should stay warm. It's going to be, it's going to be
bundle up.
It's going to be like 20 below wind chill by 8 o'clock tonight.
So the drivers will be done with their routes. We have 4 drivers. We're out in the area delivering fresh sharpened knives to all our commercial kitchens throughout the area. But that will be wrapped up today. But our retail showroom on the hill will be open tomorrow and Saturday. And don't forget our TMA special, that Doug's Wood.
Doug's Wood?
I beg your pardon, sir.
Doug's Wood is shooting all over the place, Tim.
Okay, that's enough.
Ah, Doug, you're gonna disconnect
That's
the sponsor?
enough.
Oh, you may get potted down. A sponsor getting potted down.
We've got the specials on the Dougie Design cutting boards that are
that's-
made here locally. Doug, what are you guys thinking about?
Doug, what are you doing?
Yeah. Is this a charcuterie board or it's a cutting board? It's a cutting board.
Either, both. All different sizes and designs. They're made here locally, and the TMA listeners mention Doug's Wood for 20% off, and we'll have that special from now till the end of the year.
I can vouch for those cutting boards because I've got 3 of them, along with my Wusthof knives that I use every Wednesday.
How many cutting boards does one guy need?
Well, I have 3. One is a big one that I use for the fish. Then if I want to chop up veggies, I don't need that big board. I got a middle board. And then I got a little board. And I've been using them for over a year now, and there's not one splinter you can find on this board.
All right.
Nice board.
Still smooth as can be.
Right. So thanks for that. And real quick, Timmy, if I may.
Clip that off.
Trying to help you out.
I want to give a shout-out to the TMA ecosystem throughout the year. I mean, I sent you that text. Remember when the car hit one of my buildings and Matt Ford from Stratum Structural Systems he came out and helped me assess the problem like that day. John Bradley, we use him for dishwasher, refrigerator. Clayton Patterson, we had an issue with my wife's car, and their service staff honestly went above and beyond. And how can we forget the good folks over at EDF? We've worked on some projects throughout the year. He actually came in and bought 25 sets of steak knives for his staff.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
That's
what a gesture.
Shout out to everyone. The listeners, you guys, thanks all you guys on the dais, and the TMA ecosystem, thanks for a great year, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Marco.
Merry
Very kind
Christmas right
sentiment,
back to
sir.
you.
Thank you so much.
Give our
The
best
great
to your
Marco
lovely
Borelli.
wife.
Advertising on this show doesn't cost; it pays.
Nice.
All right, see you guys.
All right, see ya.
Merry Christmas to you and the family. Marco Borelli of Bertarelli Cutlery, sponsor of the Cuts of the Week here, and have been on the program since 2007. And if you want to get involved in this show and experience the TMA ecosystem, Doug, there's a reason why you hear a lot of the same advertisers in addition to new ones. It's because it does truly work. Would you say advertising on this show
doesn't cost; it pays. Right.
Email me at tmckernan@InsideSTL.com. But yesterday, in a startling development, after getting coaching from Mr. Licks, our TMA Rookie of the Year, KG and O-Town, our TMA Listener of the Year, emailed me and had 3 separate advertisers who were interested in getting on board.
Really?
But
Just in a couple
Pepper and
hours.
Jeannie both getting uncomfortable
Right,
here.
just a couple hours of
Because
work.
Plowhawk, you thought the show was dead.
I did.
And it seemed like you were comfortable with it.
Also, if you can tell, I'm a lot different. I had very little to no sleep yesterday.
That's the worst,
I
man.
was grinding as much as I could. So I probably, poo-pooed, Pepper and Jeannie's demise and kind of hyped that up. I'm fine, having that second motivation with, maybe Centene getting involved. Maybe Worldwide Technology if they want to get it. But having that sponsorship motivation, I think would revitalize P&G.
So he has been working on, because Mr. Licks called in and said the show needs a 4th producer, and I think we've been saying that. And he said, what if KG and O-Town could sell sponsorships, and then Hubbard Radio St. Louis could use some of that advertising revenue to pay for KG and O-Town's salary. And, it was a wonderful little discussion.
Sure it was.
It came on the heels of Iggy and Plowhawk saying Pepper and Jeannie was going to come to an end in 2022.
Which hurt us all.
Amen. Plowhawk seemed to be comfortable with it.
I was very comfortable with it, because I'm the one who brought it up.
But, so KG and O-Town sends me these advertisers. And I reach out to Kelly Hanna, the general sales manager for TMA and for 101 ESPN. She is out at the time. She had surgery. My God, the situation she had. God bless her. So she said, hey, if you could, this is great. It's amazing. Could you introduce KG and O-Town and send this over to our director of sales for the whole radio station cluster is what it's called, with TMA, 101 ESPN, WIL, 105.7 The Point, KG, 106.5 The Arch. And so I did that, and then like an hour or two later, KG and O-Town sent me another email with yet another sponsor who is interested. And so I don't know, Doug, I don't know what's going to come of it.
How could we?
But I can tell you this. If you're interested in ever getting into the business, you can talk a good game and talk about the guests you get and your downloads. And you know what management's going to do? What they're going to do internally? They're going to do this motion.
What? Okay, stop with that motion.
Here's what matters. Cash money comes in large amounts.
And P&G didn't have that cash flow.
That's right.
No,
that's right.
It had no cash flow.
If you deliver for the bottom line,
was a dry
the
well.
bottom line is they will deliver for you. Money matters. They didn't tell us at the University of Missouri Journalism
No.
School. They didn't tell us. They probably don't tell them in Evanston and Northwestern or Syracuse, Arizona State, wherever you're going to get into this terrible Western Illinois to get into this terrible industry. The bottom line is it's every business. If you're bringing in sponsors and delivering return on investment for your audience, you got a place to go. If you don't, sorry. So, KG and O-Town, I guess he's working with Mr. Licks, who now has a consulting business for this show, apparently, has 4 sponsors, and he has been... 4 sponsors. He has been connected with our director of sales. And I don't know what's going to come of it, Doug, but he is doing the right thing. Spike Lee.
Well, I know one of them, Spicy Wiener, said he would spend $20 a
Well, I think that was what Spicy Wiener posted on the fan page.
$20
These are actual businesses.
I think one of them, and I'm not going to reveal anything but this, but one of the texts KG and O-Town sent me is part of the Tam Avenue Capital Partners.
That is correct. And so you're surprised that that business would have any money because, candidly, Doug, we are in trouble.
He said he's trying to diversify.
We are in trouble.
And I didn't get any of those texts, so I guess it's just you and him doing this.
KG Notown sent me emails. I can't speak to the communication with the Plowhawk.
Well, he just sent me 2 screenshotted texts last night.
So he's going to come in and do the podcast.
Well, I don't know.
He's going to take over?
Well, I'm happy for him. If you can get, 4 sponsors that want to spend $200 a week, and you get your commission of 20%.
Oh, I didn't know anything about the dollar figure.
Yeah, so if you can get
$40,
if you can get $40 a week towards your salary, that'd be great.
That'd be $400.
So he's making $4,000.
$200 a week. What's 20% of $200 a week?
Doug?
But you said there was 4 sponsors willing to pay
$50 a piece.
Is that really the number?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I mean, who's going to spend money on this 15-minute podcast? And then where do you?
So now you're you're selling against your own.
Doggone you!
I'll make it
something going here.
There's an opportunity to make more money.
Yeah, I'll make it an hour if there's a few grand a month in sponsorship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the reason why we did 15 minutes, because we're like, okay.
There is no sponsor.
We have no sponsor. Right. I guess we're done with this episode.
Feels like it, yeah.
KG Notown just issued a statement. I'm just getting started.
Oh,
he's
love it. Love it.
He's a go-getter.
Wow.
He is a go-getter, Doug. I agree.
Congrats.
And apparently it sounds like he's going to take your spot on this podcast.
No, that's not it at all. No, we need Iggy.
KG Notown has just issued another statement. Boy, his PR firm active. Iggy, don't be salty because I did more in 3 hours than you did in Qs 2 through 4.
Well, that's a shot at me, too.
Breaking it down into quarters.
I had no intention of going out and selling because I'm not a salesman. And I'm not on the fan page begging for sponsors. So
I'm
begging.
I'm good at sales, but I just don't know how I would explain this. Like what?
Well, you can't.
Like what audience are we reaching? What are the topics?
Yeah, we talk a lot
What's
about
the success?
pubes and do turtles have sex.
I think Mr. Lix's consulting firms would tell you boys to pipe down about betting against yourselves.
No, but I think this is good to sponsor how positive me and Iggy are about how great the podcast is.
No, I'm not a sponsor.
Can't change it.
I'm not a sponsor. I mean, I'm not a salesman. I'm terrible at that. Yeah. I'm like, what's his name? And Farley in
Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy. We don't take no for an answer. And I just said, okie dokie, see ya. That's how I am. I just say, okay, thanks. Yeah. I'm not a salesperson.
No,
and how do I go and sell this show? Well, it's a show that, I'll give you last week, Plowsy was talking about nicking his ball when he's shaving his pubes. We were talking about, do turtles have sex? How do you explain the show? We just have fun with the show, so I couldn't sell the show. Now, if KG wants to go on the fan page and beg for sponsors and
he's not begging.
Throw some bucks at him, fine.
Look, KG,
but that's not me.
I'm all for it. You want to bring in thousands? I'm a claim. You can mold me however you want.
Really?
Yeah, I will do a longer podcast. Oh, most definitely. If there's extra money involved, I don't see why I wouldn't.
Iggy, are you interested?
I said yesterday that if the station, if the show was making the station money, I'm all for doing it. But the station doesn't make any money. I'm not making any money. I guarantee you, Tommy doesn't even know the show's going on still.
I think that's better for
So
us,
it's like
though.
nobody pays attention. So why do it? It's just wasting my time.
Is there anything we can do to make that podcast better?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe KG Notown's real calling is as a radio salesperson
Wow,
rather than as a producer who actually does something.
Whoa.
I mean, if he could sell that podcast in one afternoon, imagine what he could do at the 5 or 6 stations we have here that are cranking out real numbers.
I didn't like how you said that podcast.
Well, it's true.
It is true.
Yeah,
So the point is that I even said yesterday, I think that if Kelly, Hannah, or Maggie, or Barb, or John, to anybody, Carrie came to me and said, such and such wants to sponsor your show, want to be a title sponsor for $200 a week. Great. Fine.
I wouldn't say
I love it.
$200
You're making
a
some
week.
money. The station's making
putting
some money for this little 15-minute thing we do. Great. I'll continue to do it if I can make the station money. But nobody's making any money. So why?
Not until now.
The title sponsor.
We got
is an
sponsors coming out of the
$800.
woodwork
Oh,
now.
there's Christmas Randy.
Randy Character.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
What up, Randy?
Look at that.
Great sweater.
Phenomenal.
That's a nice sweater.
Very
Randy,
nice.
if you're watching on YouTube, Randy
That's
Character.
so good, man.
Can they see that sweater?
That's really phenomenal. Oh my.
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
Is Michelle here today, or is she on the couch? She is. We heard her in the break.
Yeah, she's hosting. I'm doing the fight now, so I can't be in the studio, and she's hosting the fight.
Nice.
About that treat.
This afternoon.
Have her come down.
Oh, my
and have her come pop in and say hi.
Yeah. She's been a Pepper and Ginny guest.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
Merry
to the great Randy Carey.
Ours is a type of show where friends feel they can pop in at any time.
Just think about the Pepper and Genies. We've had Maitland Ward. We've had Lisa Ann.
Yep.
We've had Michelle Smallman. I mean, come on.
Ellen Foley.
Who else?
Ellen Foley.
I guess, yeah.
How much did that make us?
Well, I'm saying it usually takes a podcast 2 years before they see their first sponsorship. So
Yeah,
the
like
fact
Amazon.
that we're only in it 9 months.
We'll be in the red
no.
for 20 years.
KG in O-Town says, put a muzzle on Genie. I'm throwing a life jacket, and he's purposely drowning out there.
I'm excited about...
Pipe down. You do you. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Maybe Blue Chew can kind of transfer some of their funds.
Go out and work on that for Pepper and Genie.
Maybe that would work with some of the content that you cover.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us about Blue Chew, Iggy. Why don't you?
Thank you. Oh, nice.
Okay.
You got
Nice.
2 of them today.
They won't be on Pepper and Genie. They
Why
should
not?
be.
Well, they might be.
They should
Why are you
be.
killing your bone?
No, my boner.
No, he said your own
Why? They said,
sponsor.
why are you killing your boner?
No, your own sponsor.
Let me
My
give you-
boner.
Let me give you a scenario real quick.
I hope Michelle doesn't walk in during this.
She will.
The next 20 minutes of this spot.
Yeah.
What was that? You come home from a long day.
Oh, long day, yeah.
Yeah.
Too
husband,
much.
Husband comes in the door.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, God, what a day. I need a stiff drink. The wife turned to you and said, well, at least somebody's getting something stiff around here.
Oh, that wasn't kind.
Just can't get hard. Your wife needs that. So do your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, your lover,
Top or bottom.
do something for them. If you're having trouble in that department, if you're having trouble with ED,
Right.
go to BlueChew.com
Well, you should, yeah.
because they will take care of you.
They will get it done.
No pharmacy visit. You don't have to go to a doctor.
No,
Look, you know you're not getting hard.
you're not.
So you just go to BlueChew.com, talk to one of their licensed professionals, answer a few questions. They'll find out what's right with you. Go to checkout, type in TMA. You're going to get your first month's free.
What do you get?
First month order free.
That's nice.
Little $5 shipping and handling straight to your
That's
door.
not much.
Same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, and now on a Vardenafil mint-flavored chewable with the same active ingredient as Levitra and Steactin. So there you go. For basically free. TMA when you get to checkout, free shipping, free everything for a month, and then $5 shipping and handling.
Yeah, and you speak about this from personal experience.
No, I don't have anything to do it.
No, that's
But if I did, I would go to Blue Chew.
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't be embarrassed.
No,
I don't have to go to a pharmacy.
No, you don't need it.
Is my boner medicine ready?
Took that off.
No, why would you speak in that tone of voice?
Well, you're trying to muffle it. There may be somebody behind you.
Oh.
I'm here for my boner medicine. No, you don't have to do that. You go do it online. So BlueChew.com, type in TMA, first month free, $5 shipping and handling. Be there in a couple of days in a discreet package. Nobody knows what you're getting except for you and your lover. Chew it, and then get in there and do it.
Yes, there it is, Doug. Blue Chew. And also do it with James Carlton. James saves families with children under the age of 25 the most money on their insurance. He became my agent right when he, well, you know what? Actually, a year after he started sponsoring the Tim McKernan Show podcast. And then I thought, God, he really is the best. I had an emergency situation, and my agent at the time was not available. James stepped in. I called him, and they did an incredible job. And I thought, why am I not putting my family with the best? I just got to do it. It's probably because I didn't want to make the phone call or send the email saying, hey, we're going to make a change. But then I make the change, and I'm so happy I did. You do the same thing, and you'll be happy you did with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm. Doug, one thing that we promise on this program for advertisers is return on investment.
Well,
but
sure.
Maybe we have bad data on the number of endodontists listening, because I have not gotten an email from an endodontist who can save my life today.
Well, they're probably all working right now.
You would imagine they pipe this show in to their offices.
To the endodontist proper.
Thank you. Oh, to do. Oh, if I touch. Oh, God.
Now, when they say endo, what does the endo stand for?
I don't know.
Endodontist.
Endo smoke.
Endo, sipping on gin.
Endodontist.
I don't know. It's the
Is
root
that
canal
gum?
doctor.
Would that be the gum?
No.
There's the study and treatment of the dental pulp.
Pulp.
Dental pulp.
Hey, Jackson.
What's up, friend?
Flip that off.
This is probably something I guess I could do off air, but I'm just gonna. Can you track my package from Inside SDR TMA FTS?
That seems like personal business.
I actually can. And I will do it for you.
I figured you had a better access. I'm trying to find the email, and I don't know if I use my Yahoo or Gmail.
Yeah.
So. I appreciate it. Just text me and let me know. That's it. That's all.
Okay.
Back to the program.
Back to the program, friends. It's the 8 o'clock hour brought to you by the Appliance Discounters. You're welcome to get involved. 314-881-TMA5. Engineered Design Facilities. Text inbox 314-881 TMA5. Marco Bertorelli talking about that TMA ecosystem. It is amazing how the advertisers work with the other TMA advertisers, and of course the listeners work with the TMA advertisers. Thank you for supporting the sponsors. Engineer Design Facilities, one of those wonderful sponsors, the official commercial fire alarm service and solutions provider at TMA, EDF's fire division, testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. EDF can handle all your company's security and surveillance needs, from surveillance cameras to access card readers to facial recognition software and everything in between. It's Engineered Design Facilities. Online at edf-rg.com, or you can email them at fire@edf-rg.com. It's Engineered Designed Facilities. Doug, could you tell the people about our title sponsor, Ryan Kelly?
I can. Among the programs he has to get you taken care of with your mortgage is that VIP Refi program. Interest rates are up, but that shouldn't stop you from buying a home. With the housing market returning to normal, now's the time to strike a deal on a home that would have been unheard of about a year ago. You can make up for that higher interest rate with a lower asking price on the house. Sellers are looking to make deals right now, so reach out to Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, to get yourself pre-approved for your dream home today. And with Ryan's 10-day closing guarantee, you'll be in your new home faster than ever. When interest rates come down, and they will come back down at some point, you'll be covered as part of their VIP Refi program. After you make 6 payments on your mortgage, they will refinance you to that new lower rate with no fees. VIP Refi with no fees when you work with Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Find out more about the program at thehomeloanexpert.com.
There it is, Ryan Kelly online at thehomeloanexpert.com. Hey, today is, our final show for 2022. If you are in a pinch with holiday shopping, go to mysoundstory.com, and you can get a gift certificate, and it's $841, and you're going, oh, my goodness, 3 days away from Christmas. What do I do? Get an incredible gift for your family with a Sound Story. You don't have to schedule it now. You don't have to pick who you're going to have do the interview, although you have the choice of me, Doug, Jackson, Randy Carricker, who just dropped by, Riz, Patrico, Moon, Courtney Landrum, Learn, John Hewlett. So you can figure that out afterwards, but get the gift certificate and use the promo code GIFT to get 20% off at mysoundstory.com. It's mysoundstory.com, and it is a perfect holiday gift that your family will love, not just this year, but for years to come, and always have your loved one, whether mother or father, or have both your parents in at the same time, grandmother, grandfather, or have both in at the same time. Always have their voices, telling their stories, giving their wisdom. It is a priceless gift, and you get 20% off said price using the promo code GIFT. And you can knock it out right now at mysoundstory.com. And look, you just gave a great gift, and you did it in about 2 minutes at mysoundstory.com. Jackson, who do we have on the line?
Jackson.
It looks like he's actually talking.
Oh, maybe it's another lady.
What's up?
Oh, maybe it's another lady.
No. Retired Air Marshal.
Retired Air Marshal.
You want to talk to him?
The Steve Schmidt Kia North County phone line.
Okay. He needs to find something else to do in retirement. A lot of people struggle with filling up their days after retirement with productive things to do.
Good morning, Retired Air Marshal. You're on the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, boys?
We're fine. You?
I was doing pretty good. I was having a nice little conversation with Jackson, and they just told me to hold on, so not sure what happened.
Okay.
I was being summoned.
All right.
Oh, he was being summoned. Sorry. Yeah, I figured, it's the end of the year, and I just wanted to call in and kind of hopefully be the last caller of the year, so that I have a good in your head space. That way, when I'm going to 23, it's ready for that caller of the year. But I was just talking to Jackson about what he's doing with Mark Hanna, because I'm similar to his age, and that's one of the what do you call New Year's resolutions for the next year. So we were talking about some of the stuff that he's done for Jackson in terms of investments and that kind of stuff. I figured I'd just kind of take the day to handle my own business in the show today.
Oh, I see. So you weren't calling in to be on you're trying to talk financials with Jackson.
No, I also wanted to call in, and like I said, I have a couple other things to handle with the dais. It's kind
Are we taking things today?
if they're productive. Remember, we're right around the Yuletide season.
Right. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't really have a warning from the Strodecast, but I'm not working today. I thought it was going to be pretty bad weather today, so we went ahead and took off. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Thanks, Iggy, for letting me know about that.
What do you mean? Unfortunately. So you don't think anything's going to happen today?
Well, no, you said it was going to happen earlier in the morning, so I was worried about the morning drive.
I think I said by 2 o'clock. That's okay.
I don't know.
Morning 2 o'clock, that's fine.
I don't know if you remember what you said in the first hour. So
Well, obviously you don't either.
Forgot. No, I did. I'm thankfully watching the YouTube. Speaking of, I see you're cosplaying as the stoplight you run every day today, which is really in the holiday season. But
yeah, I saw him run it today. I was right behind him when he ran it.
Yeah,
and I accosted him in the parking lot too.
Like an idiot, you waited.
No, it turned green by the time I got there.
Oh, you guys rode in together? You guys right next to each other?
Separate cars, but I happened to be right behind him.
Oh, is that where you're normally at, behind him?
Oh, you son of a sack ass! You son of a sack ass!
However, we're talking a lot about sponsorships. And Iggy comes and goes to the studios about 19 times per segment.
Yeah.
And he tries to be as seamless as possible. However, I always hear that door shutting. I don't know if you can maybe hold the door a little bit or close it softly, but I was wondering if I could just sponsor like a door softener or something so it doesn't shut so darn loud. Or
not a bad idea.
That's a nice idea.
Fix the breathing. We can't fix the breathing in the mic, but the door thing we could definitely solve.
You could use a muffler for the door.
Right.
Yeah.
You can sponsor pretty much anything you want.
Iggy, can you close the door a little softer?
Yeah, I'll work on that for the...
I'm work on it.
Again, I'm being pretty, selfish, handling a lot of things for myself. I'm handling myself with all pinch teasing, but also I'm just trying to also do something for the listeners to kind of give back going into 2023, so I'm on their good side.
Your little gift to the community.
Well, he's campaigning already for Caller of the Year in 2023.
And this next one's really going to, get me on their good side. I'm going to head to the Hawk. I'm glad you're doing better today.
The Hawk.
I was a little disappointed with yesterday. Not in you or anything, I understand, but you talk a lot about Apex, right?
I play almost every day. Yeah.
I got you. So I've dabbled in the past. I was just wondering maybe if you'd want to play sometime, or
Absolutely. I am, after today, home chilling with the dog.
platonically.
Yeah, my screen name is Peoria Plowboy. Those are capital
Peoria
P's in Peoria and Plow
Should
and a
be,
capital B in Boy.
Oh.
So,
okay, nice. Who are you big on?
I play with Fuse. I know nobody really cares to listen, but I'll answer that
Okay,
question.
I'm a big Pathfinder guy.
Yeah,
so.
that's good. That's good. With mobile character. Gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, I just, again, handling things selfishly. I know nobody in the phone lines or anybody even knows what we're talking about. I'm probably getting gaped by everybody
Yeah, but that
right
means
now.
you're in a hunt for
Just an
2023
idea.
awards.
Retire from living, you piece of piss. Die, and die. That's my shade, my balls for this.
Can't feel good.
Get this mother effer off the air. The absolute worst. Die. That's from Buzz. So, Doug, there's a theme.
It seems to be.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, just to kind of wrap up in all seriousness, I just want to congratulate you on a great year at Hubbard. I just started listening at the beginning of this year, and as a 25-year-old guy, I never thought I'd find myself listening to a morning sports show. That's a really old thing to do. Thankfully, I'm not listening to a morning sports show. I'm just listening to this. But other than that, just one last thing, Doug. I love your nicknames that you always give for people. You throw the Y on people's names, So, could you try to maybe come up with one for me? I'm sure you don't want to do Daddy, so if we could try and think of another one, or maybe like Ramsey, because like retired air marshal, or RAM, like an acronym, or Marshy, or some sort of nickname for me, or.
I don't have anything just right off the top of my head.
How about Douchey?
That's not a bad one.
That was a really good one, Iggy.
It wasn't
well,
bad.
We're going to use it. How about that, Douchey?
I think the stoplight are out. I think they're out in the intersection at Dorset there. If you just want to stay on the road and direct traffic.
Oh. He wants you dead.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm talking to you, Iggy. You know what, Doug? I can't find something clever, so just stick it in me and write it.
Okay, put him down. Cut his mic. Put him down. Put him down.
Took him 10 minutes to get to that.
Yeah. Shook us all.
Someone needs to do oral surgery on the retired air marshal and knock all of his teeth out. Thanks. That's from Chief J. Strongbow. Bleach him. That's from Stan the Caddy.
I always like that one, just to the point. Bleach him.
And that means force bleach down his throat? Is that what that would be? And that would kill you if you swallowed
Like a
bleach?
pint glass of it would.
Is that right?
Probably just melt your insides out.
I would think, yeah.
Bleach him.
Bleach him.
It's like waterboarding, only with bleach.
Begging for a nickname on the air is next level pathetic. Get a life and grow up, twerp. And then, Doug, you can slap me around with your massive hog. That's
Okay.
Brian Henshin.
All right, that's enough, Henshin.
Following the Jeff Saturday.
That's not what you should write as a member of the
No,
Indianapolis
he had a
Star.
buzzer beater from a varsity girls basketball.
How was he gone up to varsity? He was JV last year.
Yeah, you got a 25-cent raise.
Doug Mike Francesa talks about Zach Wilson. You get to watch him tonight if you're not watching the bragging rights game. It's Jets Jaguars. Al Michaels said when he got the schedule this year, he goes, "What is this about?" That's what you get tonight. Here it is.
Wilson makes the game completely uncomfortable on every down.
Oh.
Wilson makes the easy hard. He makes everything look hard. He has no idea how to play the position. Zero. He has no pocket awareness. He has no footwork. He has no touch on the football. He does not know how to throw anybody open. He does not know how to look away from his primary read. He does everything wrong, and then he makes some crazy throws across his body on broken plays that go for big yardage. He can make plays on the run on broken plays, but that's the only time he's any good. The rest of the time he stinks. And he doesn't have any clue how to play the position. None. I mean, he makes you uncomfortable. He's not in position to throw the ball when he drops back.
Okay, we get it.
He drops back like he's in La La Land.
We got another minute on this.
He looks up and there's 5 guys in his face.
Well, that's not his fault.
He doesn't know when to throw the ball away. He has guys wide open and he misses them by 20 yards, or he tries to drill the ball through them.
I take it back.
Well, you need a little touch.
I'm hoping he's
Quarterbacks have to have
comes back later and says
an
how good he is.
ability to finesse the ball when it needs to be finessed, to drop the ball in when it needs to be dropped in, not throw the wrong pass at the wrong time every single time. I mean, he missed wide open receivers by 20 yards, tried to throw the ball through guys who were 10 yards away. I mean, yeah, what an awful quarterback display for a guy who had 300 yards passing.
It couldn't have been that bad if he had 300 yards.
I mean,
No
he's a
pocket
mess.
awareness, no pocket awareness.
Let's be honest, it was a miracle they had the lead. You know what he looks like? He looks like you handed him a car, and he's never been behind the wheel. And he's just taking that car everywhere. He's everywhere trying to keep that car on the road. That's how he looks at the quarterback position. I mean, just you can add it all up. He just was terrible at the position. Terrible.
Doug, here is Mike Francesa talking about Zach Wilson.
I knew it was coming.
Again? Same show?
Different show. What
Okay.
was this? Jackson sent this.
This is from 2020.
2020.
All right, the Jets with the second pick. You think they're going to take the kid from BYU or not?
If they don't, I'll fall off the chair. He is absolutely going second, and if the Jets don't take him, I you know what? Jet fans should just mail their tickets back if they don't take him.
Oh, you love him. Oh, you love him that much. You love him that much, huh?
I think he's clearly the second player. I love the Clemson quarterback. I love Lawrence. I think he's going to be a top player. I think that kid at BYU is really good. I think Wilson's a superb player. I think he's going to be a very good player. I think that's where they should go.
Well, the Jets thought so too, apparently.
Top quarterbacks are, if I feel like we see, I mean, the one that stands out to me the most, and you might not even remember it, but I think he was picked second overall just like 3 years ago. Josh Rosen?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, is he even in the league anymore? He's bounced around all over the place.
Yeah.
I think he finally got released.
Is
The
that
Browns
right?
Picked him up. He might have been practice squatting as of last year.
Because
Marcus Russell was the number 1 overall
Yeah,
pick.
that may be the all-timer next to Ryan Leaf.
Ryan
Leaf stands out because of the Manning play, but
Kelly Smith was like the third guy.
Yeah,
taken. He was no
nice
good.
one out of Oregon.
Yeah.
But the Panthers, because I was reading, that's how I'm aware that they're actually considering Steve Wilkes to be their head coach, the former Missouri defensive coordinator last year. But they are really focused on trying to figure out their quarterback situation, and they've attempted, and it just hasn't worked out. So they might not go with a defensive coach because they feel like that's what's absolutely killing them there is they don't have a quarterback. I mean, they've had two of the glaring examples of high picks that haven't panned out on their roster starting this year with both Mayfield before he went to the Rams and Darnold now. So oftentimes, and perhaps, I don't know, if you went back and looked at the top 5 quarterbacks over the last decade, I wonder how many you would say percentage-wise actually panned out to be even regular starters. It's, you would assume that they would, and they oftentimes get the job because of the money attached to it.
And then
Zach
you see
Wilson has all kinds of stuff going on.
You see people like Justin Herbert just light it up immediately.
Jalen Hurts was a second-round guy, and the Eagles picked him, and right after they had just signed Wentz to a long-term extension.
Yeah.
Here's the previous Heisman Trophy winners: Robert Griffin III, Johnny Manziel, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and then the last one, Bryce Young. So how many of those quarterbacks actually panned out?
RG3 made the Washington team in his first year, and then he just was nothing like that the following year. Teams adjusted to that RPO, and he got hurt, and that was that. Certainly Lamar Jackson, certainly Joe Burrow. I feel like there might have been another one in there that you
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray,
But outside of that, Baker hasn't panned out. Mariota, Winston, Johnny Manziel, and these guys are,
I always thought Drew Lock was a great contender to be a quality NFL quarterback. He had every physical tool you could possibly want. He was big. He could run. He could throw the ball 80 yards on the line. He didn't have much touch. But if you're a scout, that's what you're looking for. And then a guy with the physical ability, and you think, well, we can teach him how to do this and that and the other, and just nothing there.
A lot of these successful quarterbacks in college were also basically a running back. They would average 70 yards.
But
a lot
he
of
wasn't.
Now NFL teams are doing it now. But
He
back
set
then,
SEC passing records. He set
about?
Drew Lock set a record for touchdown passes in
I
the
wasn't
SEC.
talking about Drew Lock. I just said a majority of the ones that are successful, win Heismans, are also dual threats, where the NFL, until recently didn't do that. Now you have, I think Fields probably runs for more yards than he throws far.
Yeah.
But you have guys that can also run the ball. Look at Josh Allen. God, the guy averages like 70 yards a game rushing.
Fearless.
But he's like 6'6".
You just wonder how long he'll last.
That's just
That's
it.
Cam Newton being a prime example.
Yeah, that's what NFL is afraid of, is that, how long they're going to last because they run the ball. So that's why a lot of the quarterbacks, didn't end up panning out in the NFL, because they weren't basically throwing quarterbacks.
The NFL is going to have a problem with not having enough quality quarterbacks to make teams look good. It's one position, I get that. But, it's amazing who you see starting on a week-in, week-out basis in the NFL at the quarterback position. It's phenomenal. Like some dudes you've never heard of, some guys who, were 28, 29, getting their first start. That's the NFL.
Well, that's all based on
pretty
injury.
crazy.
That's
Well,
an
I get
injury.
that, but it is amazing that one position with one player, and half the teams in the league don't really have a good one.
Well, they've realized a really good play, if you have a mobile quarterback, is to send everybody deep, drop back, then start running, and you go 30 yards before the defensive backs even turn around and know that you're running.
Yeah, and RPO has changed the game kind of to an extent.
Yeah. Aren't you guys forgetting about Kirk Farmer? He be good. Also, Pep and Gigi might as well be talking into empty soup cans and strings in my treehouse.
Oh.
I'll sponsor them cuties regardless. That's from Dogtown Astrovan. Wow, Doug, another sponsorship?
That's 5. Yeah. You just got to try a little bit, I guess.
Caller Buzz wants to talk about it all. He was nominated this year. He is on the Steve Schmidt Kia North County phone lines. Doug, people are getting in their final thoughts for 2022.
Okay.
Last program, last live show.
Morning, boys.
Hi, Caller Buzz.
Hello, Buzz.
Hey, I'm calling. I haven't called in since the tough loss to Mr. Licks and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I voted for you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I know you did. I tried to call in a couple weeks ago. You're talking about like Gothic people or something, so I couldn't get on the air.
Okay, yeah, we may have been. I was trying to figure out what their message is.
Yeah. But my wife was there. I didn't get any hand or mouth play because I lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Who I need to, who owes me that. But I would expect someone on the dais can do that.
What?
I met your wife. Very attractive.
Oh,
thank
you
you.
spent some time with her?
She had very kind words to say about you.
Oh,
We can meet up. Patio.
MMF?
No, I'm done with that.
Why? You've got the slop sink.
We don't use them. So. My wife had a good time. Anyone afraid to bring their wife to a TMA event, which I get, definitely should. She was confused with how grown men come up to each other and say nicknames and introduce themselves and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, she had a great time. So, but yeah, no mouth play there. But I did want to call in about the new callers that are calling.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Just someone who's bursted on the scene in last year. We need to get something straight. We do have a developmental league, and it's the Balloon Party text line.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
That's where you get right.
You got to get your reps in there. If you win some Thomas ticket,
I wish I could put a live feed up of that.
It's like a
text line.
comedian wants to try out new material. So yeah, go to the balloon party and try it out.
I am Jake Hadley.
And once you get there, if you get a couple texts or a couple giggles, then you can call in here. But you gotta go through, spend some time in the developmental league.
Doug, they are angry as hornets down there. I'm telling you.
Are they?
They're angry as hornets.
For what reason?
I don't really know. I know when Jackson breaks down the Thunder beating the Blazers, though, at 10:35, all hell will break loose.
I can understand that.
The Thunder are kind of local.
No, it isn't.
I do want to stand up for Iggy. There are a few stories that I don't believe. Iggy, the spider story, I believe, was one where you banged the lady over a spider. Or
You don't believe that?
Speak English, and the kid pooped on the floor. And I think there was a 1982 Culpeppers catfishing.
That's a true story. They're all true.
That one I find for sure.
No, they're true stories, but that one is. How can you not believe that one?
But the definitely the guy following you into the parking garage, I do believe. Were you afraid when that happened, Iggy? Did you think this could be it?
No, because I didn't know what he was coming in there for. I mean, there's cars that come in there every morning that go park. I didn't know he was following me. He just pulled right next to me and got out of the car. He wasn't a big gentleman. He wasn't screaming. He just got out of the car, and I thought he was parking. He said, you run that red light back there? I said, yeah, I know. So it wasn't.
Didn't you tell a story of somebody got shot at a red light?
He wasn't threatening
or
me.
something like that?
Yeah. That was down in Miami.
I didn't do anything to him. I didn't honk at him or flip him off. He just followed me and told me I ran a red light.
One time in Plaza, you'd respect this. I was turning left into Quick Trip. I was going to get a little slushy, do a little suicide, where you mix all the flavors. And I got a little antsy, and I made a left-hand turn too close to someone, I guess. The guy followed me to Quick Trip, parked his car in front of me, got out of my car, and tried to climb into my window to beat me up.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
No, I was screaming. Tim, I do that little scream that I like.
Oh, that's nice.
I was doing that in the car as this guy was trying to climb through my window. So it's terrifying. I mean, there's some real crazies out there.
People are nuts. Yeah.
So I was worried about you there, Iggy. So
No, I don't get road rage. I mean, I'll honk if somebody's ready to hit me and they cut me off, and I just give them a honk, let them know, hey, I'm here. But I don't go crazy and honk and flip them off and say, get out of my way.
Yeah, people, they're nuts. All right,
I'm just trying to be nice when I honk.
Then I'll hop off. Doug, do we have time for one more thing?
Well, quickly, yeah.
All right, thank you. Tim, I know there's bet going on with Jackson about having sex in Jamaica. Is this still live?
Yeah, I think he's going to have sex in Jamaica.
So there's no doubt in my mind Jackson can lay the pipe. I've seen him. I've seen his style. I just know it.
You've seen him?
Buzz has seen Jackson have sex.
No, I've just seen his style. But I'm open to that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be too much pressure. And, when you get up to a par 3 and you're just like, I'm going to hit a great shot here, that's when it doesn't go well. So I would lay off the bet. Jackson, I hope I'm wrong, but
pressure makes diamonds, baby.
That's a good point.
I've never been to Sandals, 'cause I always go to Hito. I've never been to Sandals, but it's an adult resort.
I'm an adult.
I'm just curious how many single females go there compared to
I would imagine
couples.
a lot now that they know we are going.
Bingo.
Well, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a cuckold playground.
Yeah, I would just think when you say adults, that if you were a single female, you would probably find someplace other than Sandals. That's why I would think it would be more couples. I could be wrong.
Well, if they're into an arrangement.
Oh, you gonna have an MMF, bro?
No.
I can't see you in a threesome.
Why is that?
Well, you just said it yourself. No.
Yeah. But still. I mean,
Nice, Doug. It's a great
Well, you just said no. And then you said, why not? Well, you just said no.
Well, is that your reasoning?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be comfortable with a guy in the room with you.
That's accurate.
All right, well, there's your
But
threesome.
still, I mean, it's a possibility.
Maybe it's the less popular FFM.
Yeah, that would be stuff of dreams.
Jackson, have you ever picked up a girl from like a local eatery? Like
Don't say eatery. Don't say eatery.
Like, you mean like I'm having dinner and then I go home with someone?
No,
Look at you.
Like an after bar, after the bar or club snack, like a Courtesy Diner, El Rancho.
No, usually if you're
that's
doing
an aggressive play, isn't it, Caller Buzz?
If you're eating El Rancho, you're not having sex.
Doug, you're going to get into scat play, aren't you?
Trying to survive it.
Dude, Courtesy Diner's like a Festus 3.
Yeah. Can I buy you a slinger, honey?
So you're saying I go to the restaurant single, like by myself or with friends, and I leave with someone who's also dining?
Yeah, so the Courtesy Diner by Telania's used to be a honey hole. Like you.
Is that right? Really?
Wow.
You would just go there with a buddy and get a booth, and you order like a plate of hash browns, and then the girls just come in, and then they eat the hash browns, and then you go home with them.
Wow.
They eat your hash browns?
That's impressive.
I didn't know about them.
Yeah, that's what we would do. If that didn't work, we would just go over to the east side. So.
Right.
Let's say you lure him in with hash browns.
When was the last time you ate something off someone else's plate at a late-night diner?
Honey, hash browns here. Come get it.
Yeah, you kind of just let it out like stray cats, and they just kind of came up and nibbled, and then you guys were able to talk and go home. It was nice.
In Tarantino movies, if someone eats off someone else's plate, that person's going to get killed. Just watch out for that next time you see one. But Buzz, that's never happened to me. I live close to the Courtesy Diner on Hampton, and just kind of a look by when I drive past doesn't seem like somewhere where I would, be a honey hole. But I'll give it a chance.
All the girls have already been picked up when you drive by.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
you're not ordering hash browns, buddy.
Like I don't see a girl like eating a slinger as like, yeah, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, no, I get that dynamic, but yeah, that makes sense. All right, all the toads need to lay off of Pepper and Jeannie. We have a little pitchfork mafia in our community that goes after them, so they need to lay off. Speaking of that, Tim, I'll take the toads over the Wolverines. 50 bones, 2-1 odds. Let's ride.
So what? We're just betting straight up. You're taking TCU against Michigan. I'm betting 50, and if TCU wins, you get 100.
Yep.
Sure. Done.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, guys. I have a meeting at 9 that I'm late for.
Okay, sorry to bother you.
Buzz.
Sorry to bother you, Buzz.
Or Buzz.
At least you didn't get vile.
I like Buzz.
You're stretching now.
Yeah,
I like the way Tim says color Buzz.
Call her Buzz.
Okay.
Hey, met Buzz, met his wife on.
Oh, you did?
They were very nice.
At Harpo's 2 weeks ago. Hard to believe. 2 weeks. God, it was 2 weeks ago. Time's flying, Doug.
Well, it sure is.
Yeah,
Seasons change.
Wish 3 months would fly by quickly.
Why?
Because I'm already tired of the cold weather.
Oh.
It's not even that cold. It will be.
Yeah, give it a couple hours.
Let's see what I got right now. Temperature update in St. Louis, 28 degrees. However, at 3, it'll be 6.
Well, we really have not had much to complain about here on the back end of 2022. The weather's been really pretty remarkably good so far.
Yeah, like
Just remember that when it gets really nasty.
Like I said, this is a 4-day stretch, and then we're back in the 30s and 40s. So
yeah, and then it's a pony.
I just got to get out of my car twice in this weather.
Guys, this audience is violently offended at the prospect of sharing their walrus food with a rando. Thanks. That's from Kevin's brother, Jack Demoff.
Yeah. Even if it was a girl and you're all drunk, it's still kind of hard to let a stranger who just walked in the door eat off your plate, isn't it?
Right, that's correct.
And what time did Telania's close? Was that at 3 in the morning?
Well, that was a late night one.
Yeah, 3.
If you've gone to several bars, probably by the time you close down Telania's at 3, don't you just take the L for the night and go home?
Not Buzz. He went over to the Stag Bar.
Resilience, all get it.
I remember the only Telania's that used to be was on Skinker, and it was a restaurant. And that's where we would go late night. They had the best fettuccine.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, we'd leave the bars and go to Telania's and get fettuccine.
Nice.
That doesn't put on weight or anything.
Well, I was like 20-something.
So it doesn't. Is Telania still open?
No, it is not.
I thought Goldfinger bought that place, and he was going to turn it around. How did they get away with staying open till 3 in the morning in Missouri? Is that?
Well, some places have 3 a.m. liquor licenses.
Yeah.
I think it's a St. Louis City thing.
Yeah, Nick's Pub has it.
Nick's Pen.
I think if you have food
Gramophone.
involved, you have food involved.
Gramophone has it? God,
Yeah.
I could use a Mississippi Nights.
Gramophone's open
One of
till
those
3
today.
a.m.
That's in the Grove?
Oh,
Yeah.
That Mississippi Nights.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I gotta order that book.
I'm talking about the sandwich, but yeah, I know there's that book.
I know. Well,
out
they
there,
named
too.
it after that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah, we like, if you're in the Grove, like, and the place closes at 1, you just head to the gramophone, grab a Sammy and a beer.
What time are you starting at night these days, Jackson? Do you leave?
Earlier now.
This guy's banging in Little Rock, huh?
You leave at 9 or 10?
Yeah. Back in college, like, it was like pull up to the bar at 11:50.
Yeah, that was prime time.
I will be in REM sleep at 11:15.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'll be
and thrilled.
near death by that time. Let's see if the CPAP cord is wrapped around my neck yet. She's still breathing? Well, we don't know.
I bet some of our listeners will be at Andrea's and enjoying the hand-cut steaks brushed in their famous Andrea's steak sauce. Perfect for special occasions, anniversaries, birthdays, holiday parties, engagements. And it's not just for steak lovers, but also they're serving grilled tuna, broiled salmon, Chilean sea bass, and chicken entrees. They have the 24-ounce prime rib, which appeals to the walrus crowd. Iggy's lesbian uncle won't approve of the size of their meat because it's so big. It's Andrea's Restaurant. Wonderful people. Max, loyal listener of the program, the wonderful sauce. Maybe I gotta get over there during the holidays. I gotta get over there.
You should, yeah.
We finally got a babysitter. God, I mean, Anna Marie's parents are so kind. They watch our kids all the time. But now we gotta.
They can't do it every night.
Yeah, exactly.
We were going to go tonight. We had to cancel because of the weather. So after
You're going to Andrews tonight?
We were supposed to. We had a reservation.
Nice.
But it's,
Your dinner date got canceled.
Well, I canceled it because it's going to be cold. There's going to be some snow.
Maybe you ought to cook for the young lady.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, we'll just go next week or after the holidays. We'll go.
Well, what about tonight?
It's cold and
so what?
probably blowing snow. I'm saying if you don't have to go out, don't.
Oh, that's always good advice.
So I'm not. I just called Max and said, can you cancel that for me? And we'll do it after the holidays.
And he said, okay.
He said, I don't blame you.
Guys, so just to be clear, we all think the guy who said this week he has a body count of 6 or 7 and needs to know a girl first is going to slay ass in Jamaica while sharing a room with a Hall of Fame porn star. Jackson's my guy, but he can leave his raincoats at home.
Oh.
Beer Cats. Beer Cat's very confident now that he's with Hot Wife Autumn.
Yeah, boy.
Seems like it. Changed him. He's a new man.
Whatever.
KG in O-Town says, as interim Pepper and Genie producer, I'd like to get a jump start on an inspired, sponsor-filled 2023. He's going to be in around 10:15 today, he says. Let's have a great finale show today, boys. Show potential sponsors what we can do.
Oh, man.
Boy, he is coaching you up now.
He's going to be on the show, on the podcast today?
We're not doing one today.
Well, he wants to. He's coming in.
Come on in, because I'll be warming my car up by then.
Why aren't you
halfway out
doing
the
it?
door.
I got 5 days of automation, and I got a bunch of library to put into cart numbers, and I got to get out of here before ass hits the fans.
What are you going to tell the sponsors?
See you in 2023.
Q1 season.
Yeah, Q1, we'll hit it hard. Heavy.
There's plenty of past podcasts out there you can listen to.
Yeah, go take
Now's a
some
good
notes.
time for a retrospective on how to stay cool in the summer.
Yeah, you get your Muggsy pants.
Just reload that one.
Oh, yeah, Jackson, why don't you tell the people about Muggsy?
No doubt.
I tried to weave it.
You want to?
I saw the weave. And
You want to make love in Jamaica? Start with Muggsy's.
You think you're going to make love in Jamaica?
You never know. I mean,
it doesn't sound very confident. What should I do with that $50 I'm going to win from Buzz?
parlay it. Parlay it.
You only got 2 days to work on it.
Well, 5, but regardless. Starts with Muggsy. Rocking a pair of Muggsy pants shows that not only do you know about style, but you know about comfort. And that's very important because Muggsy's offer you both style and comfort. You like wearing sweatpants, but you don't want to wear it out because you might look like a bum. Well, Muggsy's takes care of that because they feel like sweatpants and look like just the nicest pants in the world. So go over to Muggsy.com and pick yourself up some. It's a perfect gift for the holiday. You never have to turn down a tailgate or a holiday party again because it's too cold. It's going to be cold tonight. I'll probably be rocking my Muggsy's because you're covered like a tasty little pig in a blanket.
Oh, gosh.
Thanks to the fine folks over at Muggsy. Head to Muggsy.com right now and grab the gift of insanely comfortable style for everyone in your life this year. Staples that every guy needs in his closet. Jeans, flannels, jackets, you name it. They make it look incredible and feel even softer. Use promo code TMA for 10% off your entire order, free shipping, and free returns. That's Muggsy.com. Promo code is TMA for 10% off your entire order. Experience life-changing comfort with Muggsy.
Sorry.
You're going out tonight to the bars with your Muggsy's on?
I'll be going to the bragging rights game, dog.
But then after that, do you
He just talked down to you again. He did it again, back-to-back
Wait,
days.
the bragging
Couldn't be
rights game
sorrier.
is tonight?
Do you hit the bars after that?
What's up? Nah, probably not.
I mean, those are desperate people who are hitting the bars tonight.
Yeah,
man, you know they want to play.
Right, yeah, they'll probably be gettable, but No, I'll be
Gettable.
I'll probably be going home.
Can I get some flannels for Jamaica?
I'm not Mr. Muggsy. You know, I can't control that.
That'd be nice to sit out there on the lanai.
Flannel in 90-degree heat?
Well, it gets a little breezy in the evening. I'm
Yeah.
talking about sitting on the lanai with maybe a scotch and have my feet up and have some flannels on.
Flannels.
Muggsy.com, promo code's TMA.
Flannel pants, not tops.
They got that.
I assume
Muggsy.com,
there'll be no
TMA.
tops.
Yeah, we might all be going topless the whole weekend.
So hot. I like that a lot. Send your emails in. Designer Heating and Cooling email. They're the final one for 2022. And Big Ol' Fan and Buck Swope are tied for the month of December. So somebody could win the month coming up in a half hour. It's coming up in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. We close out the appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at TMASTL.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Bret Michaels is bringing Something Is Calling Party Gras to St. Louis Friday, July 28th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, part of the Allegiant Airways concert series, featuring music from Bret Michaels, Night Ranger, Jefferson Starship, Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, and Steve Augeri, former lead singer of Journey. No, not the original guy, but not the current guy. The guy in between. That guy. Anyway, you could go to the show for free. Sign up now on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and right now, this is a unique time with regards to the market. People are paying attention to interest rates, and I'm here with Ryan Kelly. And Ryan, what can you tell our listeners about this moment in American history?
Well, it's the perfect time to buy a house.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I know it, when I first say that, it just seems a little crazy. But think about this. Last year, $400,000 house, multiple offers coming in. You might have paid $450,000, $475,000 for that house. Now, today, it's officially a buyer's market. So that $400,000 house, you might be able to get it for $375,000 or even $350,000. So when you think about that, knowing that you can get a house significantly less today than a year ago, I mean, that's a win-win, right? And mortgage rates are definitely a little higher than they were a year ago. But at thehomeloanexpert.com, we have a saying: you marry the house, you date the rate, you fall in love with the house. You're going to be there for a while, but chances are we'll refinance you and get that rate and that payment down low. So got questions, ready to get pre-approved? Let's talk. It all starts today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
This is Tim McKernan for Sound Story. If you are looking for a last-second gift that would mean the world to your family and be incredibly quick and easy to purchase, it's available now at mysoundstory.com. Sound Story gift cards are 20% off this week when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for your family. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving, and it's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. And with the holidays just days away now, you are able to get something incredibly special for all of your family by simply going online. Just go to mysoundstory.com to receive the special holiday discount of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you'll be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story, promo code GIFT for 20% off at mysoundstory.com.
Whoever said there's nothing new under the sun hasn't been to the new Press restaurant, located near Jefferson and 44 next to the Lucky Accomplice, and features the soon-to-be famous Smash Pizza. What's a Smash Pizza? It's a pizza stuffed with toppings, pressed, then topped with even more local farm ingredients. Located just 5 minutes from our baseball, hockey, and soccer venues, Press is open Thursday through Monday with daily specials 4 to 6, and they can cater your business lunch or dinner, with delivery available on Postmates and Uber Eats. Who says there's nothing new under the sun? Check out the new Press restaurant today.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After, 105.7 HD2.
Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Let's do this. Welcome to the Love Circus, baby.
All right, Doug, we're back.
This is Love Circus as opposed to Circus of Love,
which is a completely different thing. But this one's got to be. This is like Steadfast Eyes. It's bad, but not good.
Playing in the clubs probably when you were singing Dylan.
I don't think this is ever played in the clubs. But I didn't hit up too many clubs. I didn't drink in college.
You did in college? You didn't drink?
I did not. I did not.
What was up with that? You had to be the only one there and not drink.
Working 30 hours a week, doing nightly broadcasts, B-roll. I was a history minor.
You were into B-roll.
History minor was the worst decision I made. It was very interesting, but it was like 250-page novels about, Industrial Revolution. Read it, write an 8-10-page paper, and source 5-6 sources. You had to do that like 3 times a month.
This is American history or just all history? Because that's a pretty broad
It was American,
topic.
it was American history. It was American history.
The history of man, Doug.
I was told once that my senior year, here's a class you need. It's a cakewalk. It's an easy A. Ancient history. I said, okay. It was the hardest damn class I had the whole time. A bunch of pharaohs in Egypt that you never heard of before. You couldn't BS your way through any of the tests. It was just dreadful.
Yeah, so I didn't drink in college. I just did, Burger King and, did a bunch of... I worked my butt off in school in college. I didn't in high school. And I think that's the way you do it. You shouldn't be buttoned up in high school and then go crazy in college. It's a bad plan because you're getting closer to adulthood.
Yeah.
Nobody
Sorry,
cares.
boys. I don't know if...
oh, you're good.
I was on the phone with the endodontist, not a listener endodontist, my endodontist.
Oh, the real one.
You want a home visit?
I'd love it if you would.
You bring it that wheel
Take us
in
back to the
chair.
1950s.
He's not going to be able to get you in today?
No, he's already out. So, yeah, and as it turns out, there aren't a lot of endodontists who listen to this show because I haven't heard from anybody. I mean, you can get in my mouth within the next hour. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Well, did this endodontist have any colleagues he could recommend? They got to be on your insurance.
I'm sorry, I was talking to his assistant. I wasn't actually talking to the endodontist. I was talking with his office. And then he can't get me in until the 11th. I'm sitting here, Doug. God bless America.
And there's constant pain?
Yeah, it's kind of a nonstop deal. This sucks, man. And remember we talked about root canals are so easy?
Yeah.
And this isn't a
most
root
of them
canal
are.
issue. It just goes back to my skull. This skull, I'm telling you.
It's the lopsidedness?
Yeah, I hope my mom and the
symmetry
crack
is
pipe
off.
paid off. I hope she's happy. Because now look what's happening here in 2022.
Is it possible it was forceps and not the crack pipe?
I think it was a crack pipe. I don't know. Mark Hand will tell us. He's on the line to discuss it. Good morning, Mark.
Short headphones.
Hello, Hansy. Oh, is he there?
Good
Hello.
morning.
Yes.
I actually I'm not sure what the statistics are on crack pipes versus forceps.
Yeah.
Doug.
Can I research it?
Yeah, it'd be something to do a little study on, I would think.
Yeah, good. I have Buzz do it. He can look it up and let us know.
Well, he seems to have time on his hands.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate how his voice is rather mellow. He seems like he's just rolling out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got time.
Yeah.
He's good. Well, Tim, I hope you feel better. And
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And, it's been a wonderful run here, first year at Hubbard, being on the air with you, sometimes in studio when Jackson remembers to call me.
Oh, gosh, he's dropped the ball so many times.
Sorry. I love the lad.
My man.
So, yeah. So, happy holidays to everybody, and hope everybody is going to enjoy some downtime, get some sleep and some rest, and come back rested and refreshed in the new year. Maybe Iggy will come back at some point during this segment.
Well, he already came in and
he left again.
Left. I guess he was not interested.
I've got a life philosophy. If it's not an absolute yes, then it's a definite no. That seems to be Iggy's philosophy about work.
That sounds accurate,
Yeah. It's a good call.
Well, is there anything we should be doing here before the end of the year with the finances? Any last-minute things we could do for taxes or whatever makes sense?
Yeah, the last-minute things that people typically do are if you are having in your plan, if you have in your plan to do 529 contributions, those got to get in by year end, and you get a state tax deduction in both Missouri and Illinois for those things. And then especially with the market pulling back like it has this year, it's an opportune time to do what are called tax loss harvesting. And if you don't know what that is or if it applies, that's why you call me and I walk you through if it fits. But those are the steps for year end. A lot of the things like Roth IRA contributions and such, those roll over into next year that you can still do them. But the two are 529 and tax loss harvesting are the two things I'm focused on right now.
Do I need to do some tax harvesting?
I'm not going to say no on the public airwaves, but I'll call you after the show, Doug.
Okay. Oh, Bill.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how you do that. I guess you do that?
Yeah, it's a technique for accounts that are not IRAs. And so if you have investment accounts where things are down, you can save on taxes by doing a sale when it's down. Now, nobody likes to do that, but if it can save you on taxes, it's a really, really good move to make.
Let me ask you, Mark, because I've seen this posted quite a few times lately.
You're back.
Yeah, well, I come in and I go to work.
An absolute yes.
People talking about in 2022 how much they've lost on their 401ks, and they've had some stocks in there and some different things. Are there things people can do differently or just ride that out as well?
That we mock you a lot, but you have actually hit the nail on the head. That is an awesome question.
Doug! How about Ken Stroh?
He comes back, he goes to work.
He does.
Surprisingly locked in. Attaboy. If we had perfect foresight and we knew what was coming next, if we knew that things were going to pull back, you could certainly sell out high and then buy back in low, and thus avoid that sort of decline. The reality is nobody's ever been able to consistently do that. And so if you're going to capture the appreciation to the upside, I've always embraced the idea that you stay the course. Now, it's not to say that if it's money that you need tomorrow, that you put it at risk. That's why we keep cash in the bank. But if it's money that is for years down the line, my thought is, why try to guess at it? Why try to get out when it still could have additional upside for something that it pulls back and then it goes back up? It doesn't make sense to me to try to time it. You stay in, you stay the course, you have a good solid mix, and that way you know you're going to participate when the inevitable appreciation comes back around.
This is an interesting one from Arbor Day. Mark, is it too late for me to get out of an employer-matched 401k that I was strong-armed into earlier this year? It seems like it's just siphoning money for cigarettes and virtual golf clubs I could use during my lonely playtime.
Yeah.
That sounds like a shot. Why would you take a shot at my boy?
Doug, that's Arbor Day.
In this holiday season. I'm not standing for it. No, sir.
Oh.
Well, happy holidays, season's greetings, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Mark, a wonderful sponsor of the Tim McKernan Show podcast initially, and now both the Tim McKernan Show podcast and TMA, and we're grateful for it. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. And Doug, here's the thing that Jackson says. First off, he says Mark is the great communicator. That's correct?
That's Ronald Reagan.
That's, Jackson
that's
says.
right. That's right.
And then secondly, you feel better when you get off the phone with Mark Hanna. You just do. This guy's a happy and great communicator.
Life Sherpa.
Nice. Mark Hanna. Season's greetings.
Happy holidays, buddy.
Guys, happy holidays. It's always great to be with you, and I'm so grateful for all of you, and really the audience is amazing. So happy holidays, everybody.
Well, Merry Christmas, Hansy.
Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Think about that.
I was on the phone with him yesterday. I was downtrodden when I got on the phone, and after his call, I kind of hit a little gritty, Doug.
What were you downtrodden about?
Tax loss harvesting?
Tiger game, I guess.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was about to say.
Did they play him yesterday?
24, doing pretty well for himself. Loves to brag about it on the air.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, what happened?
I wouldn't necessarily say downtrodden, but just kind of in a mellow mood. And then after my Mark Hanna call, I hit a little gritty. I was so excited.
What had you? Let me talk you through this here. What was going on?
Oh, I just needed to talk to him for a second. And, what's it called? Hold his ear for a moment.
Oh, you like that? Hold.
And I don't like it. No, don't say hold his ear.
It was nothing bad, just kind of a year-end call, and he was so great. And I got off the phone, and did a little dance.
Look at that.
You were dancing by yourself again?
Tin roof.
Yeah, in my apartment.
You asked him if your portfolio had enough in there to bet the Thunder. And then when he said yes, you went and bet it, and you were giddy.
No, that wasn't the case. But I did hit the gritty.
Hit the gritty at Family Golf. Get your work in. You might be going, my God, it's going to be minus 6 degrees. Why are we talking about golf? Well, because you can get work in inside. Doug, while they are sitting around going, I won't play until the weather's nice in April and May, that's when you get your work in. That's when you clock in and you go on the TrackMan simulator at Family Golf. Go to familygolfonline.com for more information. Family Golf and Learning Center is a premier golfing facility for all abilities and ages, and it's also indoors. Plus, they have heated range bays. So when the weather is cold, you can be warm and still hit balls at Family Golf and Learning Center, providing individual golf lessons and camps for clinics for adults and juniors. Play or practice on one of their TrackMan simulators or improve your short game in their indoor training room, the scoring lab. Enjoy lunch or dinner on the terrace of the Back Nine Bar and Grill when the weather's nice, or you can enjoy inside as well. For more information about their one-of-a-kind or state-of-the-art practice facility, visit familygolfonline.com. And you should probably think about it.
Can I
like
ask-
he's going to tell you about Blue Chew.
But first, can I ask you a question?
I am taking questions. Doug is not.
no, I'm
Because I'm on a hot streak. I just came up with a great question for Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about this the other day, actually, because I think Metropolitan Golf Association, where I get my gin, sent me my year-end thing. And I'm starting 2023 at 17.8.
Okay. Dangerous 17.8.
What if I didn't play any golf until, let's just say, again, you maybe this year asked me to play in the member guest. But I don't play any rounds. I just want to work on my game. And I get a teacher. And I start in the winter. And I start working on my game 3 days a week up until May.
Oh, I see what you're saying here. This is a
And
sharp
all of a sudden,
play. This is
I
a
am.
sharp play.
All of a sudden, I am
It's a
hitting
money-making
the ball.
play he's making right here,
I'm
Doug.
hitting the ball so well.
I don't know that you will.
Right to left, 270, irons straight as an arrow. I've probably dropped 12 shots off my handicap, but I haven't played a round.
I don't know that that's going to
I
happen.
go into your member guest at 70.8, and I'm shooting.
Well, I'll probably wind up in the Mississippi River, and you'll be your body will be charred behind a dumpster. That's the way that people handle those kinds of situations.
And you see what I'm saying? I haven't played any rounds, so I haven't posted a score. But I know I'm better because I've been working on my game with a teacher for 6 months.
But if you haven't played any rounds, it's doubtful you're going to shave 12 shots off your game.
Oh, I think it's possible. If you got a great teacher and you just work 2-3 days a week on your swing, and you're getting reps.
I will say this. I don't know about going from a 17 to a 5 without playing around, but I will say this. The thing that I've noticed, and just really within the last few months, how helpful it is. You know, I was talking with Skip Berkmeyer about this like last week. We were just BSing before I went on. He recorded the final Fairways and Greens ever, a show that had been going on since, the early 90s? But he wanted to record one more and have, as a tribute to Jennings. with Jeff Smith and myself, and we were BSing beforehand. He goes, he doesn't necessarily like simulators because he wants to be able to see the ball and where it goes. But the data you get, I mean, he's at a level that's so different, you know. But for me to see, like, if my swing's coming from the outside, inside the club face open, what angle it is, the spin rate is a huge thing. The distance, certainly, to kind of dial that in. It is so valuable. So you really can get, I haven't swung a club since October, but I will start doing it. I'll probably do it next week when we're just hanging out, and I'll probably take my son up there. It's super valuable, and you absolutely can get something out of that. Yeah. So that's a nice little play. That's a nice play. Doug, this guy's a sharp.
Yeah, well, Family Golf has those driving range stalls where they have heaters. So you could go, you know, if the temperature was 40 degrees or more, you could go and actually hit.
What I find, though, is I actually get more out of a range session with a simulator at this point, just because you get that data, and it's so helpful if you can then take that and what you learn and then bring it out to the golf course.
That's what talked me into when I went and saw PGA Pro Dan, and I hit the Callaway, and then I hit the TaylorMade Sim. All the information's right there. And with the Callaway, I think my carry was 190, but my roll was like 5 yards. And then on the TaylorMade,
you got 5 yards of roll off your drive?
Well, there's a lot of backspin.
Wet conditions at this.
And a lot of backspin off that driver. And then I hit the Sim, and my carry was maybe 195, 200, but I was getting 25 to 30 forward roll. So it's a 30-yard difference. So you can look at things like that. Well, yeah, this driver's, look at what I'm getting for this driver as far as the spin rate.
Well, we see what you're saying, Ken, and it's called sandbagging, balata face. That's from the thumb out of water.
Sandbagging is just, you just don't post your good scores, and you go out and you shoot crappy on purpose, and then you keep that score for when you go play tournaments and things. But I haven't played a round. I'm just working on my game. What do you want me to do? Say, all right, well, I'm 17.8, but I've been working on my game. I'm probably about 11 now, even though I haven't played a round on a golf course. You can't do that. You go by what your handicap is.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that why usually they play these bigger tournaments towards the middle of the summer or something, so that doesn't happen?
Not the first time out. You know. So you'll have time to play a little bit and adjust that handicap accordingly.
Yeah, a lot of guys get done playing golf. They want to go home and have sex and say, oh, God, I can't.
Really? Oh, we're getting into Bluetooth now, aren't we?
Notice the setup.
Yeah, my unit is as limp as my swing.
Oh.
Well, I got some advice for you. Go to BlueChew.com. Same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Now in a Ferdinafil mint-flavored chewable with the same active ingredients as Levitra and Staxin.
What's the name of the drug?
Staxin.
Staxin?
Staxin.
Are you sure about that?
I think
Doug, 3-bet it. Doesn't matter what you have.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
I have it phonetically spelled STAY-AXIN.
There you go.
Staxin.
Okay.
What was the first one?
Levitra.
No, Ferdinafil.
Oh, Ferdinafil.
Yeah,
Ferdinafil.
That's what it has. It has all those active ingredients.
Okay. Yes. And you can get it online. No more pharmacies. No more doctor visits. You may have to see a nurse before you see a doctor. Then you have to talk to her before you get to see the doctor. What's the problem? I'll come back. Embarrassed to tell the nurse that you can't get hard.
This is what happened when you went through that scenario?
I have not gone through
You haven't. I keep forgetting.
Is that the only way to explain it to a nurse? I can't get hard.
Well, I got ED. The same thing. You can't get hard. And you got to tell a nurse. You get a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Go online.
She might post it on her social media page.
She might get pissed off at you, and I'm going to tell everybody he can't get hard. But you don't have to worry about that.
That's against the rules of ethics.
It is. Yes, it is. But you still have to worry about it. You don't have to with Blue Chew. You talk to a licensed physician, somebody who knows what you're going through. You can answer some questions and say, hey, I think this is perfect for you. You go online, type in TMA at the checkout. Free. For 1 month, free. Just $5 shipping and handling. Come to your door in just a few days, and you get home. I know you can't get hard. I was hoping to have sex. Guess what?
What?
I got a chewable. Blue Chew. And I'm good to go in the bedroom. So do that. Good Christmas present for the loved one in your family that you
And the only downside is the mailman going, look what Iggy just got in the mail.
Yep.
You know, it comes in a package where the mailman doesn't know what's in it.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
Looks like this package. Nothing on that. I don't know what's in that package.
Well, let's open it and find out.
You'll find out Friday. Maybe somebody sent me Blue Chew for the unboxing. You never know.
It'd be nice if you opened
I
it
wouldn't
now.
know because it doesn't say Blue Chew on there. It just says nothing. So anyway, go to BlueChew.com, type in TMA. First month free. Just pay $5 shipping and handling, and you're all set.
Okay.
Chew it and do it.
There it is. Chew it, Doug, and do it, Doug. Coming up, our final design, air heating, and cooling email of the day here in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And this show right now has an APB out for an endodontist.
Emergency
an
endodontist.
emergency one that's sitting around and going, I'd love to perform a procedure here today. Sure, I know nobody's going into work, but I'd like to go into work and do an emergency procedure.
There's probably some who showed up for work today and their patient canceled because of the weather.
And there's now an
There's
availability.
a spot.
And I'll be there. I don't care where it is.
Have you called a few? You haven't had time to call.
I would check yours again.
I just did. That's why I was on the phone. Oh, you weren't in here, but I was on the phone with my
Oh, I
endodontist
think
assistant.
somebody. I mean, I just came from outside. I mean, the temperature's probably dropped 20 degrees.
Is that
with the
right?
wind chill. It's starting to get a little precip.
Yeah, like a precip.
Is it raining out there?
Just a little bit of a
26 degrees now. And
Is it raining?
A little bit of a. I wouldn't call it a rain. It's kind of like a sleetish rain.
Mist or something.
Well, I think they've. I think they treated the.
Jackson,
I know.
I'll buy those tickets from you.
No, not the price that we paid.
Uh-oh.
You don't want them for the price.
How
that
much
we
you pay for your tickets?
I just made money on the Oklahoma City Thunder last night.
Yeah,
And
parlay.
forgot about it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You spend $100 or more for your tickets, and now
No,
you can sit
under 100.
courtside for 8.
Not courtside. That's a life dream of mine, by the way. Just a courtside in an NBA game.
I get it. It's a scene, but still, I mean, you can watch it on TV and stay nice and warm.
Well, tonight more than ever.
Don't have to leave your house.
Usually it's more fun to go to the game.
Oh yeah, if it was like 35, even 40 degrees outside, it'd be just wear a nice coat.
3/4 zip.
3/4 zip.
I try to go to every bragging rights game I can.
How many you been to, Guy?
5 or 6.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've been about like 8 or 10, but that's when I was working. I had to go cover it.
I told Jackson, Doug, you know this. I mean, he's a huge Missouri basketball fan, and he's all into this bragging rights. But he hasn't been alive for most of the great ones. I remember going there, and you were working at KMOV. I remember like in '89, Illinois was 1 or 2, and Missouri was 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that Illinois team went on to the Final Four, lost to Michigan. I guess that would have probably been '88 because that was the '89 Illinois team.
I was there. I got to go to that Final Four in Seattle.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. So it was probably '89.
Yeah, there was a stretch there where Lou Henson could not beat Norm. Didn't Mizzou go like 10 of 11?
I thought it was the other way around for a while when it started, and then Missouri went on a run.
Yeah, I thought there was a point where Missouri just couldn't lose. And then went the other way, and then it kind of balanced out a little bit. But
I miss those days when you actually knew the players. They were around for 2, 3, 4 years.
Amen.
The coaches were big personalities.
Let's see, Jackson, I'm going to give you the ticket market now. Still, you can get in for $8 tonight. Center court seat, section 103, down to $130. Row R, row B, Doug, in section 103,
well, remember
$148.
That. Write those ticket locations down, and Jackson can go sit there because there won't be anyone there.
I hope we can move.
Ooh, my endodontist is calling. Maybe there's breaking news. Sorry, I got to attend to this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You going to sneak down, Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try. I'm probably not going to out myself on the air right now.
No, well,
I don't think
you should have just got a credential for the hell of it and then keep it in your pocket. And then if you go down in those seats, you can just pull out the credential and say, yeah, I'm down here, I'm covering the game.
But I have buddies, I have friends coming with me.
Looks pretty bad if you have a media credential and you get caught sneaking into seats that aren't yours.
Yeah, I'm not trying.
Well, then you put it back in your pocket. Nobody sees it except the usher. I wouldn't do it. But...
Well, yeah, well, you hope they don't take the credential away from you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
call your
embarrass.
place of business.
Right, I'm not trying to do all that. I paid for the ticket. I'm probably going to go. I don't like to hear that there's precipitation before the snow. That's no good. But, you know.
You live such a short drive from the place. You'll be fine.
Should be. And I can't. I mean, I think it's going to be a really good matchup. Illinois is damn good this year. And Missouri can, they can surprise people. I think they can surprise people.
Every time we had the first storm of the season, we tend to panic, but it's winter every year here. You'll get through it. You'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Well, you got friends going. I just know there were times that, I'd be sitting in the press box, and it's kind of so boring up here. I'm just going to sit outside with the fans and watch the game a little bit. And I would go down.
Just to be one of them.
Yeah.
Just be a regular old
I would see a seat open, and the usher would say, ticket. I said, I'd show my credential. I said, I just got to go down and see some people. Then I just go sit there and enjoy the game for an inning or two down in the stands and then go back up in the press box.
They don't play innings in basketball. You're talking about Cardinal games now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's bringing friends. You can't do
Well,
that
sure,
with a credential.
no,
okay, I'm sitting here bringing
Right,
friends
right.
down too. No,
Yeah.
just-
And plus, like, it's probably just bad form to sneak down with the media credential. And
No, if you're by yourself, it isn't. I see media guys all the time go down there and go sit in the green seats when there's nobody there.
Really?
They just show their credential and just go sit down and relax.
Well, I paid.
Not the seasoned ones.
Clearly paid too much for these tickets
Not-
because I
yeah.
should have waited it out.
Not the seasoned ones, but
Oh, you couldn't have known there was a storm.
Yeah, if you waited out, you might not get in the building.
Right.
at
Yeah,
all.
I'd rather have tickets and pay too much than not have tickets.
did you get an appointment?
No, he's out, so it's not a choice.
Oh, I thought you said he just called you.
His assistant just called me. Yeah, I said, so what should I do? She goes, oh, just Tylenol.
Can you find an amateur endodontist somewhere?
There are a number of them in the text inbox
Are
that
there?
are offering to work on my mouth.
Give him a shot at it.
They do give great deals at the SLU dentistry there. Man, I forgot.
School of Dentistry.
School of
University High
Dentistry.
School?
Yeah. No, they do that at a lot
No,
of med
dude, they
schools.
literally will, like, it's super cheap.
Oh, is that right? But this is
super
a
cheap.
procedure. I mean, there's incisions and
Well, they have actual dentists there with the students.
Mhm.
I've seen it.
That's like.
Have you
when-
been there? Have you had work done there?
Just to get a check, like, I needed a checkup to an X-ray to see, and it was $75. I had insurance, it was $75 to see him, but saw him right away. Didn't have to make an appointment. Didn't have to
Yeah.
wait at a dentist.
Well,
They
X-ray's
check you out.
different than actually somebody
Well,
putting
no,
something in their work.
and they offer, like, after they X-rayed it, they said we can offer, to do the root canal, but it'll be in 2 stages. But the students will be working on it. I said, okay.
How about that?
I didn't end up doing it, but it was a good idea.
There used to be a place out in Manchester called Jacques Laplante.
Jacques Plante?
Jacques Plante.
Jacques Laplante. It was a hairdressing school, and he used to be able to go in there and get a haircut for like $2 from a student. And my brother worked there, and he said, "Come on, I'll cut your hair." I said, "I don't know about this. You're a student." He goes, "Yeah, we know what we're doing." Worst haircut I ever got.
Oh.
You know what he said to me? He goes, "Hey, you get what you pay for."
Well,
I said, "Yeah, but you just screwed up my hair."
I live close to the Grabber School of Design there on Watson.
Grabber.
Yeah, it's always crowded. Those people make a lot of money.
Why don't we open up a hair salon?
The hairstylists who do women's hair and charge $200 for something that takes, 30 minutes, they do really well. Get big tips.
Some of the top hairdressers in the country work out in New York and L.A. Those people probably make $500,000 a year.
Well, the top
They
HVAC
might.
team of the country, Design Air. I'm sorry, we just have got to get to these. we have
I
4
have
left.
no idea. I've done
He did it.
I did it.
Yeah, he did.
We have 2.
I have Stratton,
Oh, do
which I
we?
will tell people
Yeah,
about.
we got 2.
It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at Design Service.
Sorry, I get yelled
Oh,
at.
he got
I
impatient.
get-
No,
with
hey,
it.
you got to do your job, sir. I'll never have a problem with somebody doing their job. Doug, I have no problem with business.
No,
Business.
I don't either. Yeah.
Design
Just
Air
don't like
Heating and
to be
Cooling.
scolded.
And designerservice.com. Seth Goldcamp will take great care of you. And this is the time, man. I am telling you. If you run into it over the next few days, immediately go to designerservice.com. Now, some people will email me and say, "Hey, Tim, can you help me out?" And Seth tells me, not talking to Seth isn't going to get you anything. You go to designerservice.com and click on Book Now, and that will be the fastest a service tech can get to you. But if you run into a furnace problem over the next few days, designerservice.com. That's what you need to do. It's
Seth is so good, I wonder if he could handle some of your dental work.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see him.
You'd be there right away. I don't know how
I
about.
might have to reach out to him.
I guess if he made a mistake, you probably wouldn't even be worried about the furnace. You'd say, my mouth is just on fire here.
Oh, brutal. I'd also like to recommend cocktails. I might be doing that just to get through this.
Oh.
Making a delicious drink should be as easy and simple as pouring a glass of wine. And now it is, thanks to Batch and Bottle's new ready-to-serve cocktails, all containing super premium spirits like the Hendricks Gin Martini, Glenfiddich, Single Malt Manhattan Rake, a Rhubarb Cosmo, and Monkey Shoulder Lazy Old Fashioned. Don't spend your next party in the kitchen shaking and stirring while your guests have a good time without you like a cock. Treat them and treat yourself to Batch and Bottle's premium ready-to-serve cocktails. Batch and Bottle premium pre-batch cocktails imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, and Stratum Structural Systems, 314-620-8153, or go online at Stratum Structural Systems, StratumRepair.com. It's Stratum Structural Systems, StratumRepair.com. When you call, let them know you're a TMA listener, and you get $100 off your repair project. Work with the great Matt Ford and the great Brett Groman at Stratum Structural Systems. Basement crack repair, foundation peering for settling homes, Boeing rotating wall repairs, basement waterproofing services like sump pumps, interior and exterior drainage solutions. Stratum Structural Systems, local. Think Stratum in Chesterfield, Missouri, and Columbia, Illinois. And there it is. Think about that.
Mhm.
There it is. All the live reads are done, and
Okay.
it's in the books. What can you do about it?
Thanks for bearing with us.
Thank you, friends.
All right, so Plowsy, lay off a little bit.
Plowsy's doing his job. I have no problem with it.
Did he come after us?
I see where Dylan Harper liked one of my tweets yesterday.
Oh, God,
Where's
let's
that,
get
Doug?
back to you.
She normally just likes the
Is that a
tweets.
live read?
No, she likes the tweets I mention her in, but this I just posted a picture of my milk and eggs yesterday and said
That's it?
I said
There you
I'm
go.
baking. I'm not shopping for 1 inch of snow. I actually bake them to
Hmm.
and she liked it.
So what do you think that means? She's interested?
I agree.
Well, she was checking my tweets, obviously. It's something that popped up on her Twitter account that I did yesterday.
So you think there's a chance?
No, it just means she still kind of follows me every once in a while and kind of sees looks at what I'm doing. Makes me feel good because I used
She
her.
knows you're suave.
I used her yesterday, so she's repaying the favor.
Oh,
God, she's got so many videos. I thought I'd seen every one of them. She must have done 9,000 scenes.
okay. She's still active?
She's doing more with her fan page and her website.
She's got a fan page.
Yeah, she just posted. She said, "Join me tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern on my fan page." I don't know what that is.
You going to be joining her?
No, I don't. I'm not a member. I don't know
No,
what it
you
is.
don't pay.
Oh, I don't pay.
I thought maybe you'd get a free password or something.
I'm sure I could. but
Close as you are.
Leo's not there anymore. I don't even know who to contact anymore.
What happened to Leo?
I don't know. I think
Jennings was a big Leo guy.
Yeah, he loved his weed. I think she got a new boyfriend and
Leo's out.
probably just got rid of Leo because the boyfriend probably said, "I don't want this dude around. You're
Would-
mine."
Would you leave this show if you became Dillion's boyfriend and could go and live with her?
Wow.
No, she'd have to move here.
This is a hotbed of the adult community.
Yeah.
Well, you can nowadays you can do porn wherever you live.
Clip that off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. The final one. Do we have Big Ol' Fan and Buck Swope today? We have Buck Swope, I see.
Best Buck Swope.
No.
Big Ol' Fan.
What if Swope doesn't win? I mean, does it carry over
It
to
carries
January
over
3rd?
to January, yeah.
A lot to think about over the
Listen,
holidays.
he's a guy who's, if you can't win, don't play.
It's my credo. You know why the Strodecast is important today? Because we all want to make sure Tim makes it home before the weather hits. So Iggy needs to focus. So let me condense some fictional stories into one sentence. Joe Roderick and had just run a red light in his nice rental car. I feel like I just read whatever sent in.
Joe Rod's running red lights too?
Joe Roderick and had just run a red light in his nice rental car, comma, when some gal thought I was asking her for money, so I showed her my Macy's credit card that I found in the mail for the directions I ordered online on how to expedite the passport process that I haven't ordered yet. But kudos to Iggy for protecting a government name. Mine has been thrown out there like a cheap suit to the point where I am currently having sex with the 9 listeners who are blackmailing me. Honestly, all I want to be known as is Injun Joe's Cave Ride, Carpet Man -Vaughn. So, Doug, I would love to go out for the last show of 2022 with a bang. A butt bang, that is. That's from Olive, and then the last name is Cox.
Olive Cooks. Okay. How does he come up with all these names? You think he thinks of the name and then just writes anything for the email?
Wu-Tang
Kind of
name
works in
generator.
Reverse engineers the email.
All I want for Christmas is a man to love me. You know, man's man. Like Kevin Costner, Robert Redford, or the delectable Sidney Poitier. But you never know the true meaning of Christmas until you shoulder to shoulder with an Oscar legend snug as a bug and a rug on the couch. The only difficult part is engaging in festive hand play without alerting my wife. When she goes to bed, we can construct our croquembouche. Doug, do you know that word?
No.
Croquembouche?
What's that?
Couldn't tell you.
Using the spun seed as adhesive.
Nice.
In the morning, my gentleman lover sit with me.
God.
Grammarly. It's an app called Grammarly. Download it to your computer.
This is another Miller?
In the morning, my gentleman lover sit with me as we watch my contractual family open presents with smiles on our faces and teepees in our pant. Happy holidays to you all in the TMA listener family. I'm coming for email of the year 2023. That's Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner. Tanner.
It's been a great year, and I love you all. 2023 is going to be your best year yet. FYI, I'll be delivering gifts to each of your beds later this evening. For Plowsy, I got a size 26 waist boy thong for his OnlyFans debut. I also cut out the crotch so his oversized dong can swing in the breeze. For Iggy, I'll be delivering a combination ashtray serving dish so he can plate his weekly meal of enough seafood to feed 12 people, even though he's dining alone yet again. Now he'll have a convenient spot to set his menthol ciggy between bites as 8 fan page sads look on in horror. For Jackson, I got an extra large box of 40 condoms because the Muzu apologist is going to be putting in some serious work in Jamaica. For Tim, Mr. Perfect, the best in the biz, local radio royalty, I'm giving you my vintage copy of Wet Pink. It doesn't matter who stole yours because you've finally been reunited. Oh, and I really hope your endodontist comes to his senses and fits you in today. And Doug, your gift is between my legs for now, but pretty soon it's going to be between your cheeks. JV Golf Coach.
JV Golf Coach with a poor email right there at the end.
And finally, 'twas the day before the unboxing when all through the studio not a creature was stirring, not even Matt Rocchio. Stockings were hung by Iggy with care in hopes that he wouldn't get caught stealing Tim's chair. Jackson did show prep and started the YouTube feed while Plowsy went down to the garage to smoke weed. And Doug in his khakis and Iggy in his quarter zip, they all waited for Tim, who was still driving his whip. Tim soon arrived in broadcasting heaven. Fire up Jermaine Stewart because it's 7:07. The email of the month standings are knotted at 4. Big Ol' Fan and Buck Swope. We must do this once more. What a year it has been. We've been up, we've been down. But where would we be without KG and O-Town? Pepper and Jeannie appeared to be on the brink, but we know the fourth producer is the straw that stirs the drink. Sports Person of the Year, an Arenado, I guess. Instead of opting out, he stayed and took less. Best moment, that's easy. Pujols' 700th home run. Who'd have thought his final season would be just so much fun? Worst moment besides the death of our friend Jay, that brutal nth inning is what most will say. Helsley was wild. He couldn't find the strike zone. Mike Maddox was too distracted to notice talking on the phone. Another year in the books. It's been a delight. Happy unboxing to all. I hope Iggy gets a fleshlight. Doug, that's from Buck Swope.
Wasn't a bad little email.
Buck Swope. And if he wins,
Nice little poem.
he wins the email of the month for the second straight month. If not, there's a sudden death playoff on January 3rd between Buck Swope and Big Ol' Fan.
Well, I was unsure who to vote for. JV Golf Coach had something good going, ruined it with the last line. I thought Olive Cokes wasn't bad just because of the name. But I'm going to have to give it to the fellow by the name of Swope, Buck Swope.
JV Golf Coach for me.
Boy, I've never had this much pressure in my career. I like the thing where Danny Tanner is spinning seed.
Contractual family.
Poems are just getting old.
Let's see. God, it's Buck Swope or JV Golf Coach. I mean, that's the answer.
Yeah, this Swope was good.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. I'll go Buck Swope. Buck Swope has won the Designer Heating and Cooling Email of the Day, and he's won the Email of the Month. Think of your thoughts.
Just, you guys do it every day. He's only winning because of you two.
No, he had a darn good email. He's the poet
it's
laureate of the show. Not just a historian, he's now the poet
Poems
laureate.
are getting old. It started with Biff, and now everybody's doing it.
But these are good.
Look, we could go back to the chippity bop 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 era. I'll take these all day.
Jackson and I are going to go get it one more time in 2022, and we are going to engage in the conversation with the 101 ESPN listeners. What about Pepper and Jeannie? KG No Town's coming in to meet with you guys at 10:15.
Well, tell them good luck.
Oh, come on. You dismissed me.
I'll be home by then.
You're both going home now?
Call me if you want.
KG, but stay safe.
Yeah, I just want to
We'll see
thank
you in
Hubbard
23.
for a great year, and I want to thank you guys. It's been a fun year being here a year.
Doug, listen to the gallery. I've never heard anything like this. This crowd right now is
funnest year of my career so far.
Pouring your heart out.
No, I'm just thanking you guys and thanking Hubbard for a great year, and look forward to 2023. Everybody have a great Christmas.
We'll try to do that. It was a fun year here. It went by quickly.
It did. It's amazing how things can go quickly when you're not.
And don't forget the unboxing Friday at 2 p.m. on my
There you go.
Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, that was all
My
for that.
Facebook
It's all
page.
set up.
Not TMA, my Facebook
You could have
page.
done it here and drawn some attention to it, but no.
Well, I said 2 o'clock on Friday, so that means 2 o'clock on
But
Friday.
on your main page with like dildos and like fleshlights, you're okay with your like entire friends seeing that? Like, why aren't you doing it on the fan page?
Well, because people listening to the show aren't just on the fan page. And they're not on the fan page. The only way they could watch it is if they were on my Facebook page. So
That makes sense.
No, I think
it's a business decision.
I think I've said enough that it should get creepy, considering in the past I've opened butt plugs and dildos.
And how many people are watching? 3, 4?
No, I would think for the unboxing it'll be well into the hundreds. I would think.
I don't know.
Well, why don't you get in there and find out?
Well, you'd have had well into hundreds if you'd done it here.
Oh God.
that one wore you out, didn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you go home and?
Doug, why don't you go home? I think you'll take him up on that.
Plan to.
Instead of opening presents on Sunday, why don't you go home and get one and come in here and open one for the listeners? See what you got for Christmas.
Doug's going to be watching the Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah. My time is spoken for.
What time's the game?
I don't know.
Iggy's the official pregame of the Gasparilla Bowl. 5:30
Oh,
5:30.
Yeah, just leading into the Sarsaparilla Bowl. You can watch my
Sarsaparilla.
watch my unboxing on Friday.
The root beer bowl would be a way better bowl.
Time for us to shut it down for 2022. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, and Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios, closing out the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour.